forget to hug my mama. Couldn't even give her no kisses. Can't see my girl in public cause these senators be snitching. They won't let me on the council. They say it's cause of my temper. When I'm sleeping in my bedroom, I tend to have a vision. Someone close to me is dying. Yoda told me to stop tripping. I might have to join the dark side and learn some powers to heal him. Obi-Wan is the real villain. You think that I'm kidding? He's overly critical and plus he never listens. Got death sticks in my Java juice, cause every time I wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind. Count Dooku cut my hand off, he won't get away this time. And killing the defenseless ain't the way of the Jedi. But she told me to do it, I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my mind.
Alright, Rich Boy J here, back in with another video. I'm hoping that little intro passed the vibe check. But we are going to go ahead and get this thing started. Gets a copyright strike. I would hope that I couldn't copyright strike myself. That would certainly be something. But how's everyone doing today? Finally got the stream started. Had a little bit of a hiccup with my streaming software, but I think we are good to go now. Shout out to Brick Twins Productions for hitting 300 subs. Shout out to the Daily Brick for being here. Lord Fumblebottom, Luca Plays 26, Clone Bricks, Brickopotamus, Clips, Films, Melbourne, Brick Store, Millennium Bricks, Miss Click, Sarah Valentine Bode, Alex McBrick, Logan, Dark, Brickopotamus, Official Troop Productions, Dark again, Boyo karaoke stream. Absolutely. Shout out to Alex McBrick for the 5 Canadian dono. We can certainly, that would be something, hosting like karaoke night on this channel. I'd have to figure out how I could do that. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I got a little bit of building done earlier today, and now I'm going to get even more building done on this beautiful Star Destroyer that we got right here. Shout out to GamerBoy27 for subscribing. He says, can you sing your intro? It would be straight fire. Good question. I'll think about it. I will hold off on that. So we're actually just going to go ahead and dive into this. I know Lord of Bricks messaged me earlier, so I will go ahead and invite him to the stream. Of course, another guest stream. I've been on a pretty good roll with these guest streams. I will say for this episode, just because of how difficult it is to bring people in and take people out. Well, not really take people out. They do that themselves. But to bring people in, I'm just going to add a few people, like right from the beginning. And then they will probably stay on for the bulk of the stream. So if you want to come in, let yourself be seen or forever hold your peace. Rich Boy J, I want to get some CAC helmets. What is your thought on them? I mean, the quality is fine. The quality is actually incredible. I am not a huge fan of the Clone Army Customs Phase 2 helmets. It's not the same mold as the like Lego official version. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Xavier, I would just need your email. I'd actually be happy to have you on, Xavier. It's been, I don't know if I've ever actually been able to speak to you on stream, so that would actually be pretty sweet. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this right the first time. Lord of Bricks, go ahead and shoot me your email again, because I don't remember. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? And yeah, Xavier, you can DM it to me. That's cool. That's totally fine. How you doing, Matt? You want to come on? Or are you just stopping by? You know, you're always welcome here. I have not ever played Fortnite. When is the new 501st Battle Pack wrap coming? I'm actually working on that. Oh yeah, Empire Brick Studios. What you can, I guess I might have your email in my DM. Actually, just send it to me again. Matt, what are you having for dinner, bro? Are you having that bread? Let's go ahead and get that boy. Let's get some boyos added to this call. New group. Boyo stream for 720. Give me one sec, guys. I'm currently adding people. Oh, shout out to Alex and Brick for another dono. Yeah, I'll add you in, Alex. I got you. It's always a pleasure getting to speak to you on these here streams. All right. So copy link. I'm gonna try this different. I'm just gonna send out an email with the link to everyone. X2S2 at. Just give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna get these people added in the call, and then I will start building. So how's everyone doing today? I know I'm not talking much. I'm trying to type these emails in so I can get this right the first time. Uh-oh. Turn off. What's up, Brick Vibe? How you doing, bro? Does it feel amazingly weird to get a shout out on live stream? It's a very fulfilling feeling. Brickopotamus, what's your email? I know you've been asking for a while. And Bob Bricks, you are correct. Appreciate that, Daily Brick. I'm glad I could inspire you to get started with your own channel. What's up, Galaxy Lord? You should make a whole Star Wars city. I kind of already did with Vardos. All right, Brickopotamus, you're on the clock. Post your email because I'm about to send it out now. It looks like the wings fold on the Kylo shuttle. I'm just curious how stable the mechanism is. I mean, the wings aren't going to, like, fall off or anything, but you actually have to put it on a stand for the wings to stay in their slanted position. Like, it can't just sit on it. Like, there's too much weight. They'll snap off if you just leave it without the stand. The stand is pretty minimalist, thankfully, Trevor. All right, so waiting for Brickopotamus. Still waiting for Brickopotamus. Waiting for Brickopotamus. I haven't sent any invites out yet, so if you are waiting for it, it will come in like a minute. And yes, that is an In-N-Out MOC that I did a while back. Shout out to In-N-Out. Best fast food you can get. Don't at me. All right, I'm just going to send it out. Brickopotamus, sorry. I gave you time and you didn't show up. So invites have been sent. How do you keep with your MOCs? Always switch mine. I only build things I'm super motivated to build. So it makes it a lot easier to stick with it. Plus, once you get so invested into a build like that, you know, it's... Oh, I forgot to add Alex McBrick. Let me go ahead and do that. Actually, I already have you here. All right, Alex McBrick just sent yours. All right, so Empire Brick Studios, Nathan, as well as Xavier Smart, I sent you an email with the Hangouts link, so you should just be able to use that to hop in the call. What's up, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Hold
How's
up.
it going?
Okay, so whoever's watching the stream, like on YouTube, go ahead and mute it so we don't
I
get the
just
feed.
muted it, yeah.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
probably me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, what's going on, dude? Xavier, never actually gotten to see nor talk to you, so how you doing, man? Let's go ahead and put you guys on the...
Oh, it's kind of dark in here.
All right, we got Nathan in here as well. Looks like we're good to go. And you guys are now visible on the stream, so don't do anything I wouldn't do. All right, we're good to go. I'm going to be working on this Star Destroyer. I actually forgot to grab the parts. Let me go do that real quick.
Might need those, yeah.
Yeah. I will say, like, with having built that Kylo Ren shuttle that's sitting up there, like, nonstop, it's been nice to not be building this whole thing at once. Like, I feel like I'm so overwhelmed with big building right now that it's nice to just sit down and just do this for a little while and, like, not be obligated to finish the whole thing.
I mean, this is still pretty big. But yeah.
Right, but I'm pacing myself with it. With the Kylo Ren shuttle, I was because my room was just a mess. There were just parts all over the place with like stuff I was looking for to build it. So there was a lot of immediate pressure to get the whole thing built. Whereas with this, everything's bagged and boxed. So, and I don't even need the whole box. I can just bring this over here. Like it's all very convenient.
Yeah, I don't think the Falcon, I built that in like, I don't know, I built that in like a span of a day. With this, I kind of just did it over multiple days.
Oh snap! You got both.
Yeah, I spent too much money.
Yeah, I already know. I already know how that feels.
Way too much.
So I'll ask this question: which one do you prefer, the Falcon or the Star Destroyer?
I gotta say, oh man, I really like the Star Destroyer. I mean, it just kind of commands a presence.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
The Falcon is incredible, obviously, but I think the Star Destroyer is just more visually impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't have either, but I think the Falcon's probably better just because it's... I mean, they're both iconic, but the Falcon is the Falcon. You know, so.
That is true.
That's true. I'm more a fan of the Star Destroyer, though, and John. Just that, yeah.
I
My
agree.
favorite ship.
You like great triangles?
I do like great triangles.
Star Wars made triangles hit.
And circles.
Yeah, I like great circles.
The Star Destroyer is at least symmetrical. Alright. Only 2 bag 4s. I might actually make it through, like, multiple bag numbers. Empire Brick Studios, I emailed you the link.
Mic check.
What's up?
Hey, mic's working good.
Yeah, look at you not staticking. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
that's good. Sweet. No, it took me like, what, 2 weeks? No, I'm just kidding.
It's alright.
Alright, so I got the YouTube set up. My
Empire.
laptop's being a bad word right now.
I was gonna say, watch it.
I know, there's 3 children in this channel, right?
This is a family-friendly stream.
Family friendly. Alright.
She Palpatine says, if you have the 2014 Star Destroyer build, can you make the sides red like the Final Order? I don't have that set, but I am trying to campaign for like if like Brick World Chicago happens or Brick Fair Virginia probably would be better for it to get as many people who have this set to bring it. And I would just buy all the parts to like mod all of them to have the red stripes and maybe the cannon on the bottom, maybe not. I mean, it wouldn't be very visible, but I would love to have a fleet of UCS Star Destroyers kind of oriented like the Final Order. I think that'd be a pretty impressive thing. If we can get like 10 UCS Star Destroyers in one place, I think that'd be pretty incredible.
That'd be awesome. Did you hear about the virtual Brick World thing that's happening?
I heard about it, but I don't know what it is. So what is it?
So basically it's just like, there's a bunch of different rooms that you can do in Zoom, kind of like chat rooms, and so different displayers will have different rooms where they will have their like display being displayed virtually, and then people can just kind of go through those rooms and stuff. There'll be presentations, things like that.
So is it going to be like a live feed? Like if I'm showing off my build, I'll have my camera on me and my build, and if you come in, you can hear me talking?
It'll only be people who have been like invited to already do it, so it'll be
Right.
like set people basically.
Right, yeah, but I'm just asking, like, is that how it works? Like, if I was, I guess, exhibiting at the virtual convention?
Yeah, I don't know. I think,
Basically, is there communication, or are you just looking at photos of someone's build?
no, it would be live the whole time. So
Okay.
Just, so yeah.
I was like, if it's just photos, that's kind of pointless, but if it's actually live, that's actually pretty cool.
You can get like this, it would just be like with people with their builds and stuff.
That's pretty awesome. I'm down to participate in that.
my first convention. I mean, technically speaking.
Are you exhibiting, or are you just gonna like go through and look at people's builds?
No, I'm just looking through it because like only like a couple people have been invited to actually do it, and I don't know how you would get an invitation to do it.
Got you. I wonder if I can use my leverage to get a spot.
Kappa Bricks was wondering if it's too late to join.
Yeah, at this point it is. I pretty much set the guests, and I don't want to. I want to actually get a decent amount of building done, and when I spend too much time trying to add people, it really detracts from it. Like, it takes me long enough to get this thing even started. So, after a while, I'll like cycle
Is there no
through.
way for us to send the link out?
You guys can do it if you'd like. Just let me know. I think you can use that link and send it to people.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So I guess Kappa Bricks put his. I mean, that's the ideal situation, right? Having someone on who's willing to do that, because I don't want to have to do it if I don't necessarily have to.
So I've got my video off at the moment, because my laptop's not up, so I'm not able to see us, as in myself,
Okay.
and see the chat of the video going.
I got you.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, it's you don't have to do it. So one thing I just realized is, and it's great that we have Xavier. Is Xavier still here?
Yeah, I'm still
Okay,
here.
so you built the UCS Star Destroyer. Please tell me, where the heck is the bag with the plaque?
Okay, that's in. It was like built it like built it like 6 months ago, but it was in one of those bags with like the engine pieces and like the big plates. I'm pretty sure it's in one of those bags.
But like,
But I can't
so
remember.
that's not in the first box.
It's not in the first box. No, they're in different boxes.
Is it in? Do you know what box it might be in? I don't want to have to like rip all of them open, dude.
I think you're gonna have to because I don't remember.
Oh my, like,
Time though.
why would they do that?
I don't know.
Because I just realized I need this big 16 by 16 plate as well as an 8 by 16 plate. Neither of those are in these bags. Actually, 3 of each. Okay, I'm just gonna have to bring the box over here. I'm gonna open up all those other boxes until we find it.
Is something missing?
When you were building those side grid wings, did you have a lot of extra pieces, or am I just going crazy?
I wouldn't say a lot. I think I had a normal amount of extra pieces.
Okay, maybe I did something wrong. Because I don't know.
The one set I did build where I had a suspicious amount of extra pieces was the Death Star. The 2007 or 8 one, whenever that came out.
Yeah, because I had like too many, and I double checked and like triple checked.
Alright, so before I take a gamble on this, I'm going to ask you guys, should I open the next box or the last box to see where these parts are?
Next box.
I guess. Ugh. My guts tell me the last box.
I'm thinking the last box as well.
Sure. Let's go with last box.
Do it.
This is so silly.
I don't know who it was, but I remember someone saying that there was a lot of like random pieces in the last box.
Oh, okay. This might be the answer to my questions.
I just remember they sent a bag. There's a bag filled with random pieces that you're gonna need, like the plaque. Like
Yes.
The plaque.
It'd be fantastic to actually find that. So in the stream, we got Alex McBrick, we got Xavier Sorrent, and we have Lord of Bricks. Someone was asking who was here. Ecto130 says, when I built the UCS Falcon, I had way too many extra pieces. I also had to rebuild the Technic structure because the bottom got messed up a lot. That's super annoying.
I would just be like, no, we're rebuilding the whole
Yeah.
thing at that point.
I have a lot of stuff to go through.
Here's a question for the chat. Have you guys, or for the call, have you guys ever had to rebuild a set, like a big set that got broken?
Yes.
What was it?
The last one that I remember was the Jedi Defense shuttle.
Oh, the Old Republic one?
The Defender? The Jedi Defender?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I dropped that in the middle of the floor. Don't know what happened. I'm just like, oh snap, everywhere. My sister was so pissed. She's like, I bought you that. I'm like, I am so sorry. It'll rebuild, I promise. I'll rebuild it. She's like, there's better not be any pieces missing. I'm like, I'll bite the bullet if I have to.
So you dropped it, so that was actually a self-inflicted wound.
Yeah, I shot myself. It was pretty bad.
The most annoying experience I had like that was this one time I was working on one of my pod racers, and it was one of those builds where like you put one side in and the other side pops out, and it was just super annoying to build. It was basically like it was an assembly with 8 sides, and it was like once you got to like the last 2 sides, it was all so closed in. It was hard to like finish those off. So like after forever, I finally got it like all together for the engine, and I sit it on the table in front of me, and I'm like go to reach for another piece, and it just falls right off the table right in front of me, and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Ooh, man down.
I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but there was also the time Garrett and I were preparing our Scarif MOC to go to a convention, and like I was walking out of my front door, like we were literally packing things up into his car, and as I'm walking out, I'm holding like a piece of the big Citadel, and I'm holding it to like there were like cutouts on the back of it where the interior was, so I was holding it with that facing down, and like as I'm walking through my grass, the entire interior just slides out and falls into my front lawn. I feel like there's probably like, here we go, thank God.
Oh, you found it?
I found, so this is part of it. Okay, there's more.
Where the heck is it?
Alright, so these boxes, I need some of that, but the plaque is still nowhere to be found.
My goal tonight is to fix
Here we go. Alright.
new gunnery shuttle.
Oh, I was actually gonna do that too. You mean this one, right?
Hang on. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I got it from the lady that I got from on Saturday, and I think I have all the pieces to it.
It's a very nice set. I actually really like that
I
set.
dropped mine yesterday. I was gonna rebuild it anyway, but now I'm just gonna take it apart.
Aw.
I do got some good news, though. I mean, I did find new gunnery's hat.
Oh yeah, that's a cool piece actually.
Viceroy.
It's a big deal.
Alright.
Sorry, everybody. It's probably a headache. But yes.
Okay. We are finally good to go.
Let's see, look. He's got one eye.
Wait,
What the heck?
He's got one eye.
What the heck? I have the normal one right here. This one does not have one eye.
Oh, yeah, I got the normal one. I just don't know where my other set's at. It's probably back in storage still. But...
He got the rare misprinted one-eyed Newt Gunray.
Oh, no. That's not misprinted. That's probably chewed on.
Oh yeah, I'm
By
sure.
the looks of it. Or watched. I mean, I don't know how.
Did you guys do anything reckless with your Lego when you were younger? Like chew on them?
Yeah.
Or color on them?
Yeah, I used to draw on them with Sharpie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you have a Sharpie clone collection?
I have some of them. I got a lot of them like with peroxide or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is.
I'm like, what are you doing? You know what you're saying.
Alright, we are good to go. I'm glad I found this plaque. This plaque is my life.
Was it in the last box?
It was in the last box.
Ah, I told you. Shout out to whoever said that. I don't remember who said that.
I think it was you and Alex McBrick who recommended
At
it.
first I was like, check
I love how the two people who have never built the set actually got it right. Xavier, you're no help.
If I put a blanket over this window, how dark is it gonna get in this room? Because I see that there's a big glare.
Yeah.
I don't want to blind everybody.
You could just reposition the camera if you wanted. Zandy says, I chewed on the ends of rubber pieces of those assassin droid battle pack. What are the rubber pieces from the assassin droid battle pack? This is... Can I get an F in the chat? Daily Brick says, my dog bit my Queen Amidala figure.
Oh, no.
That...
Is that the like 2014 one?
I think so, man.
Oh, man.
You hate to see it. What's up, BFAB? How you doing, bro?
To position it the other way, the TV of everybody is going to be in the background.
I mean, that would make an interesting visual, to say the least.
Right? That would be an interesting visual. You want to see yourself, Jay?
I'd love to. I don't see enough of myself. So I did finally watch the Clone Wars episode from this week.
Oh, nice. We can talk about it.
Yes, we can. Well, like,
Sweet.
like,
Well,
what is the point of this arc? Like,
Dude, I don't know.
this episode, like this arc is the definition of filler, and this episode was especially the definition of filler.
It was so pointless. It was just a circle.
Exactly. They start off in jail, just to end right back up in jail. Like, what was like?
I mean, the
hey,
only cool
back
part
to what I said earlier.
That's it.
Say that again, Xavier.
The only cool part with the Mandalorian. That's it.
Yeah, the Easter egg. And then like after watching it, I was like, oh, I wouldn't necessarily care to have that spoiled. Like that wasn't like a super crucial thing.
Did you guys like how the old man ratted them out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're right there.
I'm gonna make a snitches get stitches video of all the snitches and stuff. There's a lot of snitches in the Star Wars universe. There's Garandan from Episode 4. There's, I don't know his name, but the guy that rats out Rose and Finn, like that, like shows like, oh, this is where they parked illegally.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And now there's this dude. There's no, is there no respect for the streets in Star Wars? Like, come on.
It's a rough universe in Star Wars, honestly.
It's a pretty depressing place to
It's a
live,
dog-eat-dog world.
to say the
Sorry,
least.
dog-eat-dog galaxy.
There you go.
That's better. Let me get that term right. Alright. I got an entire squad. It's not
Oh
too bad.
snap!
Yeah,
Oh
they're all there.
snap!
I know your favorite person's right here with this.
With the
man.
attachments, with the gear.
So, with that being
I'm
said,
honestly, like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm honestly shocked that so many people like that. Like, when I got them as a kid, I was just like, who would ever use these? And then, like, someone mentions it recently, and they're like, oh, I love the gear they used to come with. And I'm just like, really? I never would have imagined, like, that was actually popular.
No, I didn't use those when I was a kid.
It just looks so out of place. I don't know, man. What's up? We got JB Brick Fanatic in the chat. We got, First Order Lego. What's up, dude? Trevor says, I thought Jay was about to say you finally watched the Clone Wars movie. I would have been very happy. I need to actually watch that movie. I'll be honest.
Stops this.
That movie. I was watching it recently, and I realized that I saw it so many times as a kid without recording lines just like instinctively. I was like,
Wow. That's some dedication. I'll watch it. I gotta think of since I've never seen it. It has to be like I have to make a big deal out of it somehow. Like, you guys are gonna get my genuine reaction.
Make a
Like,
watch party just for that.
so yeah, like I'll be watching it, and you guys will just look at my reaction to it. That's Anaconda Far, Uncle Ono.
Anaconda Far.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Uncle
that's
Ono.
Right. That is Anaconda. Oh, I don't think I got him in here.
R.I.P.
Oh no.
It's a pretty cheap
I got
figure.
Iron Man.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe use it as an Easter egg.
Honestly, whenever I first started mock building, what did I do? So the one of the first things I did, like just to get like a bigger collection, was try to hit up thrift stores, and I ended up finding a few cool things. And one of them was a bag of just a bunch of stuff, and there was a Batman figure in it, and I was so excited because I never owned a Batman figure, but I could have a Batman Easter egg in my Star Wars MOCs. So anytime I get a figure that's like, you know, something cool or licensed like that, like I'm not really a Batman fan, but it just opens up a lot of Easter egg possibilities in Star Wars builds.
Yeah, I need to get more of those like bulk things in places. That's really helpful.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, because it's, I mean, you can, you know, buy sets and new sets, but getting especially older sets, you just end up with parts that LEGO doesn't produce anymore, so you can get cool stuff that way. That's really one of the nicest things about it, just getting rarer parts and not having to buy them for whatever BrickLink is asking for.
Yeah, I just don't know where to go.
Yeah, I mean, so as nice as it was to actually like do like the thrifting, I would never make a habit of doing that again, because it's at a certain point it's just not fun, because like you spend however much time of your day driving around looking for thrift stores, and you end up just not finding anything, and it's like, well, I've done all this work, I'm not going home until I actually find something, so you just waste so much gas. I also say thrift stores have literally the worst customer service ever. Like,
Oh, really?
I remember one time, I've got like a list of just a bunch of numbers to Goodwills in my area, and I was like, oh, I can just call them and see if they have any Lego. That way I don't waste time going to ones that don't. So I tried calling one, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any Lego? And the lady is just like, oh, we might. And I'm like, can you check? And she's like, oh, you can come in and check. I'm just like, what? Like, why do you even have a phone number if this is the kind of service that you offer?
Alright, I got 87
87 first order troops?
put together for you, Jay. I mean, I can give you all 87, but I know I got 250 at least first order troops.
Oh my god. That is
Do you only
insane.
50? Like, what do you want me to contribute? I can do 50. I mean, how many do you want me to do? How many do you really need right now?
I'll need to run some numbers to see, because it'll depend. It'll
Because I
depend.
can just send you all of them. And then,
I
because
don't
I'm
know-
not really focusing on them right now.
I don't know if I'll necessarily need all of them right now, but we can discuss it later.
That's probably a lot.
I'll need to run some numbers. But David actually posted a really nice comment. He said, where is it? Jay, just want to let you know that you are the most amazing mock builder in the community for me, and I've watched the community since David Hall still had a high voice. So I really mean it.
Wow.
I really appreciate that. That is some high praise, especially coming from you. Like, David's a pretty incredible builder himself. So thank you so much, man. Rich, what? I don't know if, I think Toa of Atome is talking to me, but the name is just so butchered that I'm honestly not sure.
Rich What?
First, I'm making sure everyone's got a blaster.
That's your new name, Jay.
Shout out to the fact that the 501st Battle Pack has blasters for everyone. Like,
Oh my god, dude.
oh my god.
Everyone's on the bark feeder as well.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Like I got a bunch of the Clone and Jedi Battle Pack, and I've got a bunch of First Order Battle Packs, and like none of them were like useful in the blaster department. Like I realized, like setting out all my troopers on Starkiller Base, no one has blasters because I just don't have enough because the battle packs didn't come with them. So like, not only are you gonna get to build your 501st army, you're also gonna get to build your battle droid army alongside it, which I talked about last stream. Is really nice because we just haven't gotten a lot of battle droids in sets recently, at least not normal ones. And you're also gonna have all of them with blasters. Like, thank you, Lego.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, it's 40 bucks. Well, 30 for you guys, 40 for me, but I'm still going to try and get at least one. I'm going to try and get them on sale, if they ever go on sale.
Oh, they will certainly go on sale with the way
Why is it 40 for you?
he's in Canada.
Cause what?
He's in Canada. It's 40 Canadian.
That's why it's 40.
Yeah.
Poor Canadians.
I mean, it's really the exact same. It's not really a big problem. But yeah.
Does it feel like this 40? I don't even know how to ask that question. Like,
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's like.
does 40 Canadian feel like $30 US to you? If that even makes sense as a question.
No, that makes sense because I think about it all the time. It's sort of, I don't know. I feel like when I see something on sale, I usually equate it to what it would be in American, and that makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like if I got something for like $20, it would be like 15 for you guys, which would feel good if it was a $40 set.
Holy crap! Hold on. Shout out to Lego Soldier 82. It's been a while since he's actually been able to catch a stream. So what's up, dude? Trevor04 says, I'm really surprised you like the new 501st. I thought you didn't like the animated style. So I'll be very clear. I don't like the animated style for the Phase 1 troopers. I think the Phase 2 ones look good enough. Like, they don't look under-detailed next to the movie ones. Like, I mean, they're slightly under-detailed, but they're not extremely under-detailed. Plus, like, the 501st troopers aren't simply, like, just the animated style. Like, there's elements of the movie style and the animated style in there. Like but like if you put it next to like a movie figure, it doesn't stick out as being bad. So I think it's all around fine. I have no problems with it.
Come on, that's so cool.
Oh yes. Shout out to Tech Productions. He says, "Hey Jay, any tips for someone who wants to start designing a minifig, building minifig scale sets? Love your builds, have been very inspired. Glad to hear that." So there's so many various things you can be building. I guess to give you a better answer, like what specifically are you trying to build? Are you just want inspiration for any particular type of thing that's in minifig scale? If the scale is simply what you're concerned about, I would just say I do some simple math. Like I basically scale any vehicle I might consider making to like what the size of an average troop might be. And then I kind of use my best judgment to say, like, does this sound/look correct? And then if it does, I'll proceed with that size. I'm not super anal about getting the perfect proportion/scale from minifig scale. It's just, if it's close enough, that's fine with me. But shout out to Vozio for the $1 dono. Appreciate that.
I got a question for you, Jay.
What's up?
So how would you advise me about sorting? So I showed you my new storage bins here.
Right. So is
I
that...
just don't know how to go about it.
So it depends, right? Like I basically, my collection is honestly sorted by how I build / what I build. So like the parts that are most important to me to have separated in any particular way that I know I build with a lot are the ones that are closest to me, like in my main 3 that are right like in front of my build space, and they also are sorted in that way. Not sure if that makes sense, but I think I think a good starting place is before you even like go to the drawers, just start by sorting whatever you have. And that'll tell you pretty quickly of like what you have a lot of and what you don't have a lot of. So if you end up with a piece that you have a lot of and a lot of colors, or not, you don't necessarily have a lot of the like a bunch of that piece, but you have a lot of different colors in it, then that's maybe something you can just put all in one drawer as opposed to sorting it by color, because you know like it can all fit in one drawer and you have so few of them that it would be easy to find in a bunch of one color. Whereas if it's something like 1x bricks, where if you're using 1x bricks for like mostly anything, maybe it doesn't necessarily matter the size, but you just need it to fill in a space. Like if you're building a wall, so you can put like 1x1s, 2s, 3s, 4s of whatever color all in one area. So I don't know, you really just have to figure out your building habits and like what works best for you in having certain pieces organized in certain ways.
That right now, building habits are all over the place.
I think like once you start projects, you'll get a better idea of like what direction you want to go with that.
I do know I have a bin filled with filler. I know I got that.
Oh yeah. Filler's good to keep because especially for someone like me. David says, Jay, have you ever gotten inquiries for a commission to do, and if so, have you thought about doing it? I've gotten a few, not a ton. Like it doesn't happen super often. The thing about commissions is you have to be that kind of builder to really even move forward with something like that. I already do so much of my own stuff. It's hard for me to fill my time with someone else's like projects unless it's super worth it for me, right? So it just depends on what it is. Like I wouldn't say I would never like actually go forth and do it, but it would have to be really worth my time to invest in something like that.
What do you think of the new Lego Mario sets?
I didn't look extensively into them. I've only seen I don't even know what it was. I'm not really into Mario, so I wouldn't like know exactly what this thing was supposed to be. But I mean, it looks.
It was released today, so I think there's like a Bowser's Castle. Then there's a.
That's what I saw. I saw the Bowser's Castle. I'm still looking for the Mario minifigure, but it looks like it could potentially be fun. I guess like that'll have to be a thing that like you'll have to like play the game, and like if it really clicks, then I could see it catching on. But I'd really, it'd be cool to see minifigs. How do you guys feel about them?
I feel like a Steam map line would be perfect, and there probably will be that anyways. But
yeah, I definitely feel like they should have had at least one minifigure set, like a D2C set.
yeah.
Something like that.
Well, wasn't there supposed to be a rumor about a D2C Mario set? Like that would have been really cool.
I have no idea. It's me, Mario. I need a Mario figure for a Star Wars MOC. Could you imagine a Mario Easter egg? Maybe I'll just use the big. What is it even called? The like electronic figure.
Yeah.
Just use that as a Mario figure and an as an Easter egg.
I got a SpongeBob one for you.
Oh, dude, SpongeBob makes the best Easter eggs. Like.
Yeah, that came in this bag.
Which SpongeBob is it? Like, I know they have a bunch of different facial expressions.
Sorry, I dropped my headset off.
Battery powered too. So if that turns off, that's gonna look pretty creepy with Mario with just like black eyes.
Oh yeah. It'd be funny if they had it like hard coded to where once the battery dies, his eyes just turn to X's and they're just stuck like that until he's recharged.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
I still wish, like, after playing Lego Star Wars, I always wanted a quote-unquote dead Qui-Gon figure with the X-Stat eyes. That's it. So have we ever gotten an actual, like, dead minifigure? Other than, like, a zombie or something, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, a minifigure with an actual dead expression.
I don't think so, no. That'd be pretty controversial.
I could imagine. I could think like back in the day, I could see something like when they were doing the like Cowboys and Indian sets. I could imagine that something like that could have snuck its way into it. Holy crap! Lego Soldier 82. This dude is crazy.
Everything okay?
Oh my god. Some things never change. So I gotta read his message. He says, "We did it, boyos. We got a 501st battle." I love how pack is in quotes. "For the Republic. Happy to catch a stream with the hashtag Boyo Nation. Can't wait for more parts to come in for Starkiller. Hashtag pretty hot. Hashtag praise the prequels. Hashtag let's get this red." How about that Boyo Lounge, though? Thank you so much. You already know I talk to Lego Soldier pretty regularly, so he knows how much I appreciate that. Also appreciate how hilarious his super chat messages always are. Oh my god, dude. I'm about to get me some 501st battle packs. I'm about to get me how many? I guess that's technically 6 battle packs for me. Mark Couture with the $5 donor. He says, "Hi Jay, keeping fingers crossed for Brick Fiesta Houston to happen in July. Me too. What are your thoughts on Republic Bricks blind bags and mystery box? I honestly have no idea what that is."
Oh yeah, that's the Timmy's. No, that was on one of Ryan's videos, and there was actually a Rafa radar technician figure.
There was a what figure?
Rafa radar technician.
Oh wow. Actually, I've seen someone recommended that to me, and I needed like actually reach out to him to get that because I could certainly use it for obvious reasons. Oh my God, LS82. What a boyo. That is the highest honor I can bestow upon him.
Have you been on one of the things before?
Oh yeah, he's so he used to come around all the time. He actually lived in Houston, so I've actually met him before. But he used to be on all the time, but he's currently deployed, so he can't, like, the time zones are just all messed up, so it doesn't synchronize often.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Shout out to LS82.
Yes. It's great.
Stay safe. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Oh, this is SpongeBob for you, Jay.
Oh, nice. The big smile SpongeBob.
He's your best friend.
I have my SpongeBob figure currently in my In-N-Out MOC. He's in the kitchen whipping up burgers.
I got a Captain Hat for him. Gotta work.
There you go.
It's not gonna work. Kind of. Just kind of placed it on there. I don't know.
So I realized that I have a new favorite Star Wars line.
Uh-oh.
It's it's basically the exchange between the battle droid and Qui-Gon, where he's like, I'm taking them to Coruscant. He's like, where are you taking them? And he says, to Coruscant. And the battle droid just spazzes out. He's like, doesn't compute. You're under arrest. Like, it's just such an awkward exchange, and I love it. I was watching that movie last night with Forever LEGO Studios, and we were just like, I totally forgot how awkward that scene was. It's like, does not compute. You're under arrest.
I forgot how awkward that movie is.
Yeah. Jedi Bob, of course, comes right in for the prequel praising. He says, "See, the Phantom Menace can be funny." I'll give that credit. That scene, I think that scene is. I mean, I guess it's a comedic moment. I was gonna say it's unintentionally funny, but I'll give it credit. I think it's intentionally funny.
One of my favorite lines in that movie is when young Annie tells Padme, "Are you an angel?"
Are you an angel? Excuse me?
I've kind of used that line a few times on some girls over the years. I'm just gonna tell you that.
What is your success rate with that line? 100%?
It worked on some.
Okay. Did it work? Were they Star Wars fans?
Actually, 3 out of the 4 were.
Okay, that's some luck.
But they still didn't understand what that line was from. I said, "Are you serious? You're not a fan. Get out of here." No, I'm just kidding.
Jedi Bob says, you were asking about dead minifigs, or minifigs with dead expressions. Well, remember Queen Amidala has a dead expression. Every Jedi has a dead expression.
So that $100 give you a good head start on those battle packs.
Yes. I'm about to blow my life savings on some battle packs. I'm about to empty out my 401k for some battle packs.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I'd go that far for a battle pack.
Bro, this isn't just any battle pack. This is
the battle pack.
the battle pack. This is the battle pack we'll be telling our kids about. Broke people will be telling their kids about coronavirus in 2020. Woke people will be telling their kids about the 501st Battle Pack of 2020.
What sucks though, if it's like the Mandalorian battle pack, it's gonna sell out like first day, and they're not going to be able to like keep up with the supply.
I mean, supply's been, like, I mean, I don't know how your store was, but supply's been pretty decent lately. Like, we always, at any given time, we have a ton now. So I would hope, depending on how, like, the production is going right now, because, I mean, I think that can absolutely affect it. But you would have to imagine, like, they're aware of how popular this is going to be.
I feel like that was the same way with the starter store, because when the Falcon first released, you really couldn't get it.
Oh yeah, because there was nothing for them to base that off of. You know, it was really kind of a risk for them to do it, because there was no telling who was gonna actually spend $800 on a Lego set. It worked out, but I could.
Very smart at first too, so I think they learned from their mistake, or they at least learned.
Exactly. Like I can understand what happened with the Falcon, because there was no real way for them to know until it happened. The 501st Battle Pack, though, it being a response to, like, you know, the fans asking for something, you have to imagine they'll have adequate supply for it, given the production isn't halted in any way, or at least significantly, by what's going on.
I mean, Jay, if your store's gonna keep it in stock, can I just order it from your store?
I mean, if you want to come into my store and buy them, sure, but we're not.
Oh, it's a long drive, man.
I mean, it's
Totally worth it.
totally worth it for the 501st Battle Pack.
Yeah.
And to see Jay, of course, come on.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
I think I found a figure that's got a dead expression.
Like an actual, is it actually dead, or is it just jokingly dead?
Well, I guess it is a mummy, but
So that's, yeah, nothing like that. I mean, like an actual, like he did. The closest, I think, is the Han Solo, the one in Carbonite. He's not dead, but his, like, eyes are closed and he's, like, knocked out. So if you needed to put a dead person in your MOC, that Han Solo figure is probably the way to go. Got the updated Asajj Ventress.
she's got a dead expression. She's just kind of like in the moment, like, If you look at her face a little bit, zoom in there.
Trevor mentioned earlier, he says, commissions will be hard for me. When I say I'm going to build something, I need to be extremely passionate. Pretty much same here. I'm still very committed to building the T70. I'm surprised I've stayed with it. Trevor, can I get some T70 updates, or is that a secret the Jedi wouldn't tell me?
I need one of those for my Takodana mod. I might get in there.
Oh, yeah. So since I finally have that UCS Kylo shuttle, I'm thinking about doing... I would love to do Takodana at some point, but I think Jakku would be fun. Since I have that, I have the blue T70 X-Wing, the Nth mate, and I also have the my own First Order Transporter MOC, so I have all the vehicles I need for it. And I have all the figures. Like, I have more than enough figures for that.
Are you gonna sell the LDD files for a Kylo shuttle?
That's not mine. So that's actually someone else's design. It's by Cave God. But he actually does sell the instructions, which is obviously how I got it.
Is that the guy who did the AT-AT?
Yes, he has the famous AT-AT, the giant AT-AT. He also has a giant sandcrawler that's pretty popular. He also has...
Do the Sandcrawler. When you mentioned Cave God, I was like, oh man, but no.
I know. I would love to do that, but that's... Like, this was a decent amount of money. The sandcrawler's on a completely, like, whole other level. Because, for one, it's all brown, and I just don't have a lot of brown pieces to start with. And that thing is massive. Like, it was one thing to find a place to put that, and I didn't realize this. So, like, I was so happy once I figured out that fit up there, because I was like, oh, cool, like, it fits. And then I realized I'm working on this, and now I don't have a place for this to go. So, I'm going to figure that out. But that sandcrawler is literally just a big box. So, that would just... There are so many logistical things to figure out before I try to build that. But shout out to LS82 again. He says, for the 501 donation, he says, buying 66 501st battle packs because that's what she would do.
I don't know how many I'm gonna get. I'm gonna try and get at least like 5, maybe. I don't know.
Julian Curian says, for dead faces, Lego makes clear heads, so you can recreate Darth Vader and Obi-Wan's duel on A New Hope.
Yeah, they're doing like the burnt Anakin, but he's not dead.
Right. Are his eyes closed? No, his eyes are open on the new one.
No, they're open, yeah.
We need more generic dead figures.
Generic dead Jedi figures.
Or I'm sorry, sleeping figures. You think they would ever? So they've made indoor sets, but I don't think they've ever actually made the scene where they like burn Darth Vader. Do you think they would actually put something like that in a Lego set? Because it's, I mean, like on one hand, it's like it's not morbid in any way, right? But it's also like it's basically like a cremation. So I don't know if they touch that. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know, because like they have burning Anakin, which is way more morbid than just peacefully burning Darth Vader. So
Right.
I can see them maybe doing
The only difference is
They could do it.
Vader is dead. I think if I mean obviously this is impossible, but if Anakin died, I don't think they would make that figure. I think if he burned and died, they wouldn't make a burnt Anakin figure.
Yeah.
Oh, Trevor actually brings up a great point. He says back to tank Vader is perfect for dead Vader. I totally forgot because his eyes are closed there. See, that boy Trevor, what a genius. There's our dead figure, or at least our seemingly dead figure. That'd actually be perfect. Anyone out there who wants to do Return of the Jedi Emperor's Throne Room MOC, there's your way to make dead Vader.
Yeah.
Or if you want to make just a Death Star MOC and have Luke dragging Vader's carcass through the at least onto the Imperial shuttle, you can do that as well. One of the I think this is probably the funniest thing like from all the Lego Star Wars games is in Lego Star Wars 2. Like, after Luke takes off his helmet and Vader dies, Luke just leaves him on the ramp, and then he goes into the shuttle, and then the back door comes up, and Vader just slides into the ship. Like, that is one of my favorite scenes ever. That is so hilarious.
Dude, those scenes are so funny in those games. I don't know why, but especially the original ones.
Oh, yeah, I think, like, as much as I love Lego Star Wars 1, I think Lego Star Wars 2 is funnier.
So I got that pre-ordered. I don't remember the last time I went into GameStop to put in pay for it. But, technically it doesn't have a release date yet.
That is very concerning. Why is there no release date for that game?
Like, I thought it would
Back in 2021.
But hey, Jay, that gives you and John Cena plenty of time to finish, get caught up.
That is true. We actually did really well. Last time we met up, we filmed like 6 episodes, which is the most we've ever actually gone through and filmed. But now it's not really advisable that we meet up to do that. So I don't know. It might be a while before we can actually get more episodes recorded. I still have a couple I haven't released, but we're gonna hit that point where I just have none of those I can put out for a while.
I'm running out of things to watch.
Yeah.
I just watch them all at work.
Just rewatch all the streams. I can link you some iconic Rich Boy J streams.
Already got pretty much all of them. That's what I do when I'm not at the streams. I go back and watch all of them. But pretty much every stream I've ever done, I think.
That's pretty impressive.
I know I gotta go and watch the Vardos MOC.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun
I
one.
gotta watch that one. I watched your finale of it though.
All 1 hour of it.
Yeah, I watched that entire thing. Oh, cause I wanted to know about the tiers. And
Right, yeah.
How that works. So that was awesome. It's actually really cool.
Glad you liked it. That was such a fun video to do.
The Boyo Lounge.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I still have a chunk of that. I still have all the figures together. I need to put, because there's a bunch of those that I took elements from my minifig wall to make the figures that people requested. So I need to actually put those back on my minifig wall.
So if I send you when I send you the troopers here, the first Order Troopers, I send you a minifigure.
If you'd like, you don't necessarily have to. Usually what I do is people will say, I want these elements in my figure. And, I mean, I have enough Star Wars figures to where I can usually do it.
Okay.
But if it's something, like, really unique that I don't have, then, yeah, you're more than welcome to do that, since you're sending me stuff anyways.
I'm going to think about it a little bit more on how I want to do it. Star Wars has always been my big thing. I've always collected Star Wars since I was a little kid.
Nice.
But I love Lego in general, because I love the fact that, you know, you can use your imagination and you can literally build nothing into something.
Oh, yeah. It literally just starts off as a pile of shaped pieces on your table, and you make it into, you know, something incredible like this. Like, it's amazing. Trevor04 says, ATM6 8-hour stream is legend. I rewatched it when I was building my AT hauler of the LED file. Oh, nice. Man, those were some days. That ATM6 was just such a beast to build. Oh my god.
Trevor's just filled with knowledge.
Oh yeah, Trevor's legit. He's filled with knowledge, and he's actually a really good builder whenever he decides to actually post photos of things.
Hopefully I can get as good as you guys.
All it takes is practice. That's literally all it is.
So good.
Hey, building MOCs is like riding a bike. You never forget.
Yeah.
True.
Really, it really, honestly, most of the time it just boils down to how much time are you willing to invest in any given part of a MOC. Like, anyone, if they're, like, willing to put the time into it, can make a really detailed build. It's just, most people when building, like, they prioritize, right? Like, is it really worth my time to, like, put a bunch of time into building, like, this wall and put a bunch of detail into this wall, or do I just want to get this wall done so I can move on to something I'm more interested in? So it often depends.
I figure it depends on the skill of the builder, or see how bored they're gonna get with that one part.
Yep.
I started doing MOCs this year, and I mean, I'm not very good, but I'm still like keeping at it to try and keep getting better, right? So
Yeah, you just
that's what it all comes down to.
just keep building. Honestly, one of the best things you can do is just like look at a lot of MOCs. Like certain techniques you just pick up on. Exactly. Certain techniques you'll just pick up on by just seeing people implement them, and then once you get to that situation where you need to design something, you're like, oh, this person was able to do this angle this way, like, and I remember that. So, like, use the community to your advantage. I always tell people that, like, people are willing to share their MOCs pretty freely, so, like, use that to better your building skills.
Yeah, and with getting bricks too, like the thick brick wall, it's so many useful pieces now. Like it didn't back then, but like now it's like.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Like, call your local store, and you could buy like 5 or 6 cups of like useful pieces, and it's like the cheapest way to get them as bulk.
Exactly.
The nearest store. Nearest store's not too far. I literally I'm in the middle of Illinois, so I can go to Chicago, I can go to St. Louis.
Oh,
St.
yeah.
Louis is a lot closer.
Brickopotamus says, would I ever consider building a gunship? Like, designing my own? Maybe. Probably not. I really like... I mean, I love the ship, but I feel like so many people have built them. And I've actually kind of been thinking lately I want to build Caleb Rick's model. So, I might do that. Depends. I need more
I'm gonna try
custom...
and put the shuttle back together. Ugh.
Good luck.
I gotta...
We're gonna do that next, yeah.
I think I got all the pieces. So we'll see.
Yeah, the old, I think it's like 2011 Hagrid's hut right now with Harry Potter.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you have the new Hagrid's hut?
Yes, I got that one. So this is where I had like a dilemma, because I was like, do I just, demolish this one and use the parts from it? So now I'm just like, because it was falling apart anyway, so now I'm demolishing it, but I'm also going to rebuild it, and then maybe take it apart after that, so I have like real like value from it,
Gotcha. I feel you. Lego Soldier 82 asked, I thought, oh no, that's not him. Who all is here stoked for the Battlefront 2 Scarif release that should be taking place soon? I know I am freaking stoked. It's my favorite map and location. I'm looking forward to it. Like, the fact that they finally added instant action in Battlefront is the best thing ever for me, because I don't intend on playing online, but I like getting that large-scale battle experience. So the fact that Scarif is actually coming soon, I'm actually pretty excited about.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, why did it take them so long to do that? I don't get it. They're like, no, we need BB-8 and BB-9E before.
Yeah. And it's weird coming, because it's not like they didn't have elements from it. Like, it was in the last game, so yeah, you would have thought that would have been one of the first ones they put out. I mean, I'm hoping it's just like, I don't know how much we've seen of it or if we've seen anything of it, but I would hope that it's like just significantly awesome or, you know, different to where it would kind of justify how long it's taking for that.
I kind of feel like it was to keep the game alive, though, because they had, like, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker coming out, and then after that, they kind of had nothing.
Right.
So I guess they were saving Scarif for this.
That's a good point, yeah.
I don't know if it was an April Fool's joke, but Ben Walk tweeted out, we're getting, like, 2 Old Republic heroes for Battlefront 2.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I need Poe. Come on. Like, what?
Has he even in any... I guess he has it.
No, he hasn't ever. But they're like, no, we need BB-8 first.
Because Finn came out with the Last Jedi, right?
Right. We oppose X-Wing, though. I mean...
Yeah, we oppose X-Wing,
But there's no actual Poe.
Yeah.
No respect for Poe, SMH.
I guess they would have to have, like, a villain partner for it. You could easily just put Finn like that.
Maybe Oscar Isaac's too busy to come in and get like his character model scanned and do all whatever goes into that. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Are Jin and Cassian or any of like the Rogue One crew in like this game or the last game?
They were in the first one, but not in the second one.
Oh, okay.
Ursa was in the
There
first
was Jen and Krennic.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right. I do remember Krennic.
Why didn't they just put them back in? I don't understand.
Krennic was so OP, though.
Yeah, that's true.
How was Krennic of all people OP?
I don't know, his blaster at close range. Got something.
Didn't he have like a healing ability too? I forget.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
David says, what is your favorite planet to see MOCs of? Probably Scarif. Scarif MOCs are fun. Endor MOCs are fun.
Yeah, any forest planet always look good. I don't know why. But they just
Forests just look nice. Lego's just very conducive to forests.
Yeah.
An Agent Colossus MOC would look cool with like the Tantive 4, like a minifigure scale Tantive 4.
Oh yeah.
That would be pretty sick.
Before I saw Rise of Skywalker, that was my plan, like to build that scene. And then I saw the movie and I was kind of like, nope.
No, yeah.
I'll
this
pass.
is my rendition of Agent Colossus, but it's from Battlefront II, not from the movie.
Oh, sweet. See, that would have actually been interesting had it happened in the film.
I know, right? It's kind of cool. But yeah.
GK Brick says most Espapod race MOCs are cool. Wink, wink. I know, right? Someone needs to do one of those.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm honestly kind of shocked we don't see those that often. Like, there are a few large scale pod racers, but that's not one of those ones you see often in the community, I guess.
Yeah. Prequel maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. An X-Spell MOC would be pretty cool. Like with, I don't know, the Fifth Temple, and then just a bunch of the 2014 Star Destroyer, like modified.
Nah, bro. A bunch of the 2019 Star Destroyers.
No, mini scale Star Destroyers. Those would look cool, actually.
That might break the bank a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro. We need. That's what like. So the person I know that had the biggest Lego collection was this guy named Brian Can. He was basically a millionaire that just bought every Lego set. Like, he's one of the few people. He legitimately has every Lego set and most minifigures, and that's including like the rare one-offs. Like, he paid tens of thousands of dollars to get the like 3 Boba Fett's, the ones like the silver, bronze, and or maybe it was just one of them. I don't remember. But he spends a lot of money on Lego Star Wars. He's been kind of MIA for the past year or so. But like, it'd be cool to see more just like wealthy people that are into Lego and like willing to do insane projects, like go out and buy like 10 or 20 Star Destroyers for a build. Like, I'm kind of surprised we don't see that often.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Oh my god, I've always had like dreams of doing those kinds of things, but like obviously I don't have the money for that.
Yeah. Does anyone in the chat relate it to anyone famous / wealthy? Can you convince them to do like a large scale Lego build?
My aunt and uncle are sort of wealthy, but I don't talk to them. So.
Reach out to them. Tell them you have a special request.
Hey, so instead of getting this for my birthday, can you?
Yeah. Can I just have like a
25 Star Destroyer?
Can I have a small loan of $1 million?
Can I have a small one of $1 million Lego sets? Sorry.
Have fun trying to pay that back.
Yeah, it was a bad number for sure.
Bro, here's what you do. You get a small loan of $1 million, and you just buy like you built the most ridiculous Lego things, and you just, I'm trying to think, like, if you, even the most successful Lego channel, I doubt you could make back $1 million in any reasonable amount of time. So that, what would be the best way to like monetize that kind of investment?
Simple, use fake your death. That way you don't have to pay it back.
That boy Xavier Sort got the life hacks.
Don't try it.
Just fake your death. David says, what do you think of Felucia as a potential large-scale MOC? Lego Star Wars Pros or Giant Size attempts were pretty amazing already, and they're not even that large and don't even have vehicles in it. I agree. Felucia is just a beautiful location, and a lot of people, I think, aren't necessarily willing to do it on large scale because it's not like something like Hoth, where if you want to cover a large space, you just need white tiles, you know? Or if you want like to cover a large space, you just need grass. Like, every square inch of that build is populated by something that would need to be significantly detailed. So I think that's probably why we don't see a lot of large-scale Felucias, but I agree it'd be awesome to see someone really go at it.
What about like Dothamir?
Ooh.
I was thinking about the Night Sisters.
First order
And like
Lego.
Darth Maul world, kinda.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, First Order Lego did an insane
Fallen
Dathomir.
Order, yeah.
Dude, yeah, that looks so good.
It
So cool.
it gives me PTSD looking at it because I hated that mission so much in the game, or I hated
The
that
night
map
one.
so much in the game. Like
That one monster you had to fight at the end was awful. I hated that so much.
I hated when you get like there's that like village that's kind of in the middle of the map that is just impossible to navigate / get out of. Like, I just spent so much time just like, how do I just get out of here? Like, I didn't have a very positive experience with that game, so.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I don't know if I really want to get it.
It's okay.
The story
Yeah,
is
it's
the story is just meh. Like, it's not. I was really hoping for something on the level of like KOTOR, and it was definitely not that.
Yeah, I need to play that. It's downloaded on my Xbox, but I haven't played it yet.
KOTOR is literally the best thing ever.
Oh man, I haven't played it.
It's so like it is. I think the best Star Wars experience you can have.
Hopefully we get another Old Republic video game with the High Republic coming up.
So that's the thing, right? Like, they sound similar, but the High Republic is totally different from the Old Republic. The High Republic just may as well just be like Episode 1. Like, it's taking place what, like 100 or so years before Episode 1, but it's still basically the same time period. It's still the same group of Jedi, or like the same type of Jedi. Like, I don't know, I think for all the cool things that they decided to implement, like why would you pick such an uninteresting time period? Like, being that close to episode 1 just makes me feel like, oh, there's clearly not much going on, because the way like Obi-Wan talks about it and the way like even Palpatine talks about it is it was mostly peaceful during that time. You know, like nothing significant happened. So
I don't look forward to that at all. Oh my god.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Just go like 50 years ahead of episode 9 and start new. Like,
Yeah, either like go like I would even say maybe even a little bit further. Like go like just do something that's just unaffected by what we've seen so far. Like something just completely new.
Cameos, just like 100 years.
Exactly, yeah. Make sure everyone's whatever time it takes for everyone to be dead, do that. The problem, so here's the issue with that. The problem with doing like, you know, jumping in time is it wouldn't even be like the cameos that would get people. It would be like, oh yeah, my name is Marcus Fett. My father was a bounty hunter. He died on Tatooine. You know, but my grandfather was who like I just
because everyone has to be related to someone.
exactly.
Well, whatever they decide to do, just make sure there's an actual plot, like an actual real plot.
Right.
The plot is somehow Palpatine has returned.
No.
Ooh, shocker. No. Dead.
Like that because Rey buried the 2 lightsabers on Tatooine. So you know someone's gonna find that eventually.
Oh, yeah.
She buried the 2 So here's exactly what's gonna happen. So Darth Maul is going to be revived because why not?
Again.
And he's going to wake up and realize like he's gonna like rise out of the sand, and he's gonna like be like, you know, trying to dig himself out, and he's gonna like hit something. And he's like, oh, what is this? And he's gonna like dig his hand through the sand and pull out a lightsaber, and be like, huh, that's useful. And then he's just gonna go on like a murdering spree all throughout Tatooine, and that's gonna be the plot of the next trilogy.
I would be okay with that.
He's gonna come out and he's gonna scream, Kenobi! That was one of my favorite parts of Rebels, just Maul screaming Kenobi every however minutes.
On Battlefront 2, that's my favorite emote, just spam.
Oh, you can do that? That's hilarious. That is fantastic. Kenobi!
It's his famous line.
You know what would be, and here's what would happen, it'd be great. So like he would Darth Maul would go on a murdering spree, but like it would be low key, like no one would know what he's up to. So he'd stumble into a small town on Tatooine, and like maybe he would like almost get killed by someone. Like the laws, whatever laws are in Tatooine would be after him. So he would stumble into the small town trying to evade the police, and he would just end up in front of some dude's house, like just begging for food or water or something. And the dude would take him in, and he'd walk in, and the dude would be like, so like who are you? And he'd be like, I'm Old Master. And and the guy would be like, oh, my name is like Jet Kenobi. And he's like, I don't really know my family, but I know my father was a noble man. And it would basically be a story of Maul coexisting with who he knows as Kenobi's illegitimate offspring, and the whole movie he would be trying to figure out whether or not he wants to kill him, and then in the end he just decides, nah, like we can be cool.
No, if someone asked him who his name is, he'd be like, my name is Darth Skywalker.
Oh, cool.
Just pulled like a random last name for Star Wars just out of nowhere. I'm Darth Fett, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, it's like how Ezra kept telling people his name was Jabba the Hutt in Rebels. I actually thought that was really funny. Oh yeah, I'm Jabba the Hutt. I don't understand. The thing I find so shocking is like these like hardcore Clone Wars fans are so hateful of Rebels. Like they're not that dissimilar.
Animation's not really changed, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, the animation changed a little bit, but. So, Jay, you watch Resistance, though, right?
I watched 1.5. I haven't finished season 2, so I've kind of like strayed away from talking about it because I haven't finished it yet. And people, at like every stream I watch, someone reminds me of it, and I'm like, I need to watch
haven't
that.
watched it. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay. I like Resistance a lot.
I love it.
Pretty good. I finished both seasons. It had a pretty good finale.
Do you get used to the animation?
I like the animation.
I actually like the animation is fine in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just saw the trailer for like just the show in general, and I'm like, don't knock it till you try it. This has been a pain trying to find these pieces. I haven't dumped out. Okay. By how everything was sorted already and given to me, there was obviously a bag that had literally light gray, darker blue, Star Wars colors.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, I know this is the Star Wars bag. But, it's the one bag I didn't sort through. I just left it.
Oh.
I sorted everything else. Everything else is sorted how it's supposed to be. Everything down to a single stud.
Good
So-
no, man.
Anything that looked like a weird piece, I'm like, yeah, that's Star Wars.
Oh yes.
But it's like, because that was already like 8-9 hours of my day on Sunday. Jay said it was gonna take me forever. He's not wrong.
David says, I have a feeling they should concentrate on a certain person again. We've seen Jin, Aiden, or Cal Kestis so briefly in the saga. So many side stories. Someone like Ahsoka would be refreshing. I feel the opposite way. I feel like we've seen so much Ahsoka.
Yeah.
There's too much Ahsoka.
Yeah. Trevor says, Jay, I finished Resistance. I really enjoyed it. I just skipped Kaz's Curse, worst episode ever. I actually watched that episode. I thought it was okay. Like it was very filler, but it was okay.
It was that bad. It was kind of funny. Kaz is like one of my favorite Star Wars characters right now. I don't know why he's just so great.
I'm glad we got a Kazuna Ziono minifig. Very happy about that.
I had to order that on BrickLink, so I was like, I need that after watching the second season.
Man, I need to watch Resistance. Now, I feel like
Yeah,
it's been long enough. The stench of episode 3 is off of it. I mean, episode 9. What's episode 3? So used to talking crap about the prequels, apparently. But yeah, I need to go ahead and watch it.
Yes, please watch it and we can talk about it because it's so good. I really like that.
The fact that people are saying the finale is really good is very promising to me because I hated the finale of Rebels. So
Oh, yeah, me too. There's no time travel in Resistance, so it's good.
okay. I thought mind tricks don't work on gangsters. When did they say mind tricks didn't work on gangsters? It just didn't work on Floridians.
And Boba Fett, or not Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt.
Oh.
Hutt for gangsters.
The Hutts, we can't take your highness there. The Hutts are gangsters.
Dude, that character is low-key the best character in the Phantom Menace. Yeah, the most personality out of all of them.
Bro, shout out to Captain Panaka.
Dude, yeah.
He couldn't be bothered to show up for episode 2, so they had to replace him. But
Yeah.
shout out to Panaka.
Captain Typho out of nowhere.
Yeah, shout out to Captain Typho and his missing eyeball.
So people are saying like Rose Tico is probably the most pointless character in Star Wars. I say it's probably Trace Martez.
Why do people not like Trace and Rafa? Like,
I don't know.
I think they're fine. Like,
They're not that bad.
They're not bad. They're just kind of pointless.
and okay, here's something I don't understand, and maybe you can help me. How do you describe a pointless character in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Because they are clearly very important to the plot that's happening with Ahsoka. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, they are important to the plot, but I mean, like, their whole series, their whole arc just seems like filler arc. So I guess in that regards, they're kind of pointless to me.
But they're still meaningful to Ahsoka, so in that way they do have a point of being there, right?
I guess.
But so then I'll challenge you this, like a character that people like what's his name? It was Gregor, the one they find that like on the white planet. Is that him? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what is the point of his character?
Oh, I agree. He's kind of pointless. But...
Oh, okay. As long as you're, because I'm just trying to figure out like where is our standard here? Like, so, like, even though it's filler, it's still a story, and so far as it, like, I don't love it, but it's still I wouldn't go so far as pointless. Like, I would say in a movie like The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar is a pointless character because.
That is true.
Oh, come on now. That's what I jump into. You're Jar Jar
that that's where I go too far. No Jar Jar bashing.
I thought it was a Dark Lord of the Sith, though, so I guess he does have a point for plot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jay,
What'd I miss?
It's a little bit Jordan. He has a point. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Is that what I missed? You guys just dissing on Jar Jar again?
Sorry, man. I didn't know you
That's
were.
all good.
I didn't know you were so sensitive to the.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. So I just like walked in the other room real quick and grabbed a light bulb, and I noticed my grandma's watching a certain show that I recognized, and I'm like, Grandma, what are you watching? She's like, something about the heart. Anyways, though, I noticed one of my favorite actresses, my long lost girlfriend. Can you guess who she is?
Maisie Ridley.
Is it a Star Wars actress?
Yes, it is.
Natalie Portman.
Of course.
Okay, has to be Natalie Portman.
It is. I'm like, she's like, you alright? I'm like, yeah, it's just my girlfriend right there. Yeah, you know.
So you want to tell us the story about that time you dated Natalie Portman? That time you walked up to her and asked her, "Are you an angel?" and she instantly fell for you.
She blushed. I had her. She was in my hands. I had to let her go. The force just wasn't strong with her enough.
The force wasn't strong with her.
It wasn't.
Was she bald at that point? I know she went bald at some point.
It was right after Went with the Sith, too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bald Natalie Portman is still cool with me.
I'm alright with that.
Sarah Valentine Bode says, maybe Trace is the person in Mandalorian, the one with the gold helmet. Am I totally missing something? Like how?
Definitely not. I'll be back. I have to go research.
Alright.
Here, or I can leave if someone else can come on if you want.
Yeah, it's fine. You can do whatever. I'm not bringing anyone new on. I'm working on this build.
Getting it. Kind of. Well, you got the frame done.
Frame has been done. I actually just finished this bottom panel, so it's looking pretty good. No magnets, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome set when it's done. And whenever I hear any commands, awesome presence.
Oh yes,
I can't
pretty
even
sweet
angle it.
Lego room.
Oh yeah, it's actually my best.
Show off the collection, man. Show us what you got.
Oh, definitely. I'll walk you around real quick.
Give us the Xavier Sorrent tour.
Alright, so move some stuff. But right here, these are just some random sets like
Spaceship.
We got some first order minifigures.
Respect.
Okay.
These some more Technic sets, architecture stuff. Here's this little custom Lego store modular that I did.
Oh, nice.
And then
Is your sig fig in there?
it is.
Nice.
Here's the Star
Oh
Destroyer.
boy,
Nice.
what a beauty.
Wow. Look at that masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
How many minifigures does that come with?
2.
More modulars right here. Ninjago City's up there.
Kind of mad I didn't get that set. Wish I had gotten it.
Pretty sweet. Here's the Falcon right up here.
Also
Got,
beautiful.
Saturn V, Channel 4, then Slave 1, a few more sets.
All the number sets.
I know.
I was really hoping you had something to end it with 3, but Slave 1 was
And
nice.
then here's a custom modular I did.
Oh, sweet.
A story building, so Pretty cool. And then just lunar lander. So I got some more like storage units and everything, and some sets and storage. But that's about it that I have on display right now.
Looks good, man.
Looks pretty good. Wow. I like how your room set up with the storage blocks.
Oh yeah.
You will actually fully display them.
Here's a question
What's up? Sorry, go ahead.
Here's a question for the chat. Does anyone actually know any Star Wars actor/actress personally?
Oh.
Trevor04 says it's so nice to not have a Force user to solve all your problems in a Star Wars show. I agree. I totally agree.
Alright, got that piece of milk.
Lego Soldier E2 says, yo, who's in with me to buy the UCS Star Destroyer battle pack? I heard that's a great set for building an Imperial army. Brick Builder Watt says, I know one of the stormtroopers in The Mandalorian personally. Were they one of the 501st members that they brought on? FNAF Fnatic says, I have a crush on Ahsoka. Does that count? Sure.
Well, you got a crush on the actual character or the actress?
Ashley something.
Ashley Eckstein. Sorry. I can't cheat on Natalie. I can't do it.
You can't cheat on your ex-girlfriend.
Well, I guess she's my ex. Yeah, I guess I can do that.
That's a loyal man. Even after we break up, I won't cheat on you.
Hey, been single for a while in this rough galaxy we living in.
It's a rough galaxy, that's for sure.
That's the important part.
What'd you say, Xavier?
I didn't say anything.
Are you gonna learn new powers to keep her from dying? That's the important part.
Only my new powers can save her. Only my new powers can save you, Padme. You're close with the... What'd she say? She's like, you're close with Palpatine? Make him stop the war. It's like, don't ask that of me. Make a request in the Senate. No, he's like, make a motion in the Senate where that kind of a request belongs. I think that's the ultimate Star Wars burn. Make a motion in the Senate where that kind of request belongs.
Where it's gonna get denied.
Yeah.
Denied.
Yay. Oh, crap, I don't have it in here.
Don't ask that of me.
Oh no,
Gotta go get more pieces.
David says, what mock destruction made you the most sad? Scarif creator Vardos. Definitely Vardos. Because Vardos was the one, I was prepared to move forward, and then the Star Wars Battlefront Twitter shared it, and, Janina Gavankar actually responded to it, which was so freaking cool. That was one of the coolest things ever. I forget his name, but I think it's Anthony Skirty, but he's the voice actor and character model for Admiral Versio, and he responded to it as well.
Yeah. He was like, it's nice to see me in Lego or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that was awesome. And just Vardos just kind of blew up on Reddit. I had one post that did 30k upvotes, one of them did 40k, a couple did 10k. So Vardos kind of blew up social media wise. So that was just, at that point I was kind of I don't want to take it apart now. And then months later, it just out of nowhere.
Is something wrong with this?
Is that a custom helmet, or is that a not even Lego? I don't think that's even Lego.
Yeah,
I
this
don't think it's Lego. I'm like, it's too big. It don't fit on anybody's head.
Yeah. But and then months after that, the actual Star Wars Twitter page shared Vardos, and that was just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. That mock definitely deserves it. Oh my god.
I appreciate it. But yeah, it was so unique with all the lights that it was kind of a spectacle to look at in person. So I missed that.
That's gonna be the first, if not one of the first part of large scale one too.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Stormy says, did you have to remove all the lighting / wire before the destruction of Vardos? No, kind of yes and no. I pulled all the wires from whatever Lego is connected to, and then just took the Lego off of the top of it, because all the wires kind of ran under the buildings. Trevor says, if I built anything from Resistance, it'd be the Fireball, Yeager's ship, and Blue Ace. I want to build the Colossus at some point. I think that'd be a really fun build. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. David says, I'm sure Starkiller will blow up as well, since I have a feeling you put the most into that. One can see this your dream project. Oh, yeah. I think Starkiller is going to do super well once it gets finished up. Sarah says, I want to do an indoor mock and I want to make it non-canon. What armies do you think I should have? If you're going to do it non-canon, then just use whatever figures you have the most of. You know, like if you have a big whatever army, just use that to populate the mock.
You should build the base within Battlefront II on indoor. It looks so cool. I've always wanted to build that.
Oh yeah, I actually really liked the aesthetic of that entire mission, like the burned areas, and then at the end you go on the platform, and I think there's like a Zeta class that shoots at you or something. Or no, maybe that's Fallen Order. I think that's Fallen Order on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mantis Fallen Order would be a pretty cool build as well.
Yeah. This guy, Caleb Ricks on Instagram, you guys should follow him. He's working on one, and it is.
Is that her work?
Yeah.
That is the mock on it.
It is literally insane. Like, it is so good. The Mantis from Fallen Order.
Right.
Yeah, I keep trying to get Waffles to make instructions for his aces, so hopefully one day.
Oh, yeah.
When I met him in person, I asked him about it, and he was kind of like, eh. I remember when I just like casually stumbled upon those on Flickr. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that would be funny. The aces are actually really cool designs. Definitely very unique.
Oh yeah. That's why the Colossus would be so fun. Like, there's just so many elements to it that would be fun to build. Like the hangar with where all their ships are. Of course, the hangar where like Jarek's working on his. I'm sorry, I didn't say Jarek. I meant Yeager. Yeager's working on his ships. The like Ace Lounge at the top of the base. Like, there's a lot of cool parts of it. I'd also love to build Tora's room.
Oh, dude. Oh, we need a minifigure first so bad.
I know, right? Oh my god.
Dude, we talked about Natalie Portman being your girlfriend.
Dude.
Uh-oh.
Tora Doza is bae. I don't care what anyone says.
Dude, he's totally. Oh my god.
Tora Doza is amazing.
I'm cheating again. Damn. I'm not a cheater. No. I went. I'm gonna be a good guy. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I ain't gonna say a word.
Owen Tomlinson, that was my guy, Lego Soldier 82. Yeah, shout out to Tora Doza,
Oh, where is she, maybe?
wherever she is.
I got 4 of them. I need 4 more.
Yeah, I don't understand why the only 2 Lego sets from Resistance were like 2 TIE Fighters. They didn't even make the Fireball.
That was so weird to me. Yeah, like, Fireball I thought would have been an obvious one.
Yeah, right.
Like, and I can understand Von Regs to an extent because it just looks cool and unique. But the Black Ace was just, I was very puzzled by that decision. Like, it's a good set, I like it, but like, it was just an interesting decision for those two to be built, or to be made into sets. David says, "What is your dream vehicle mock you want to do at some point?" It's a great question. I feel like I've built so many things. Like, the AT-AT was very high on my list, so I've already done that. So that would have been really one of the ones. Probably the Falcon I built, honestly. That was one of the ones, like, I went through that phase where I wanted to get the UCS one. This was before the most recent one. This is before that one even came out. So like, it was super expensive, and it was like, you know, you could BrickLink it, but it was still expensive that way. So I was kind of like, okay, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a minifig scale Falcon, I just build my own and do everything with it that I want to do with it. So I'd probably say the Falcon was like the dream build that I want to do. In terms of things that I haven't yet built, I've actually was thinking earlier, I kind of want to do a Jabba sail barge minifig scale. I think that'd be fun.
Awesome, yeah.
What else would I want to do? I don't know, there's so much. Like, I don't know. It depends. Depends on what I'm building next, I guess.
Geonosis.
Oh yeah, I got to build the
That's on your list.
the big the Lucre Hulk like balls. I don't know how to. I don't even know what you call it. Not the whole Lucre Hulk, but just the ball from the middle that's like in the thing on Geonosis.
Right, yeah.
The SPHATs. The Safats.
Nope, don't need that piece. I don't think any of these pieces.
How do you feel about the new summer that's coming out?
About the new what?
Starfighter. ET.
I'm down for an AT, but I don't have one. I'm looking forward to that.
I don't either. I have an ATM6, but that's about it.
Yeah, that, man. Like, mine's collection very large.
I kind of took that apart, just kind of customize it with it, but I don't really like to go for that. I mean,
Man, 501st Battle Pack is all I need.
Yeah.
Jay's gonna buy them all out.
Trevor says, let's get Firestar to make one. That's actually not a bad idea. I wonder if Firestar would do a Toradoza.
Oh. You think David would do it? Probably not.
Bro, David needs to show some respect to the best Star Wars cartoon out there and make a Toradoza figure. I don't even know if David's even watched Resistance, but I can only imagine how that like conversation would go. I'd be like, "Yo, David, if we really want to make some money, I got some ideas for you, bro." You're like, "Oh, really? Cool. What's up?" And I'd be like, 2 words, Toradoza, and he'd just be like, "Who?"
I need more Taurus stuff, man. That'd be amazing.
Yes.
Another
And
bunch
Brickopotamus, I mentioned earlier, I'm not bringing anyone else on. I'm in a building groove right now, and I don't want to be halted. The only new person I'd bring on is Toradoza.
Very, very bad.
crap.
LWSA says, how about we use Zoom and we can have all 54 of us on at once? That would be insane.
the internet would definitely crash.
Oh, yeah. Stormy says, Jay, how does it feel building an actually sturdy Star Destroyer frame? It's nice. Okay, how am I missing this? Nope.
How bad is this gonna look like it's black?
Okay, I need...
You know what? I'll use a lighter blue. That'll work. What's better, dark blue? Well, it's supposed to be dark blue, so we refract that. Light blue or black? I need 3, literally. And I
Black.
have 3 light blue.
And no, my Lego store is not still open. LS82.
They're part of the shuttle, is it?
Dude, but they put. Okay.
I think black, because it's probably just dark. Like this stuff, right?
All right. So Xavier, I got a question for you.
See it on there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this on the underside.
On the underside?
Yeah.
I'll show it again.
I think it's
Oh
this.
yeah. I'll be alright then. I'll be alright, black.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Black be alright.
Jamin Grove. Yes, I did find the plaque, but we've hit another roadblock. So
Uh-oh.
I need 2 more 16 by 16 plates for this section. I opened all the bags to this. I opened all the. I opened that last box and I found bags, and one of them had 4 of these in it, but I need 2 more. So I'm inclined to believe that there's probably more in other boxes, which is really annoying.
Why would they do that?
Exactly.
So annoying.
Why would they do that?
So, are you completely done with the first box?
I'm not even. No, I'm on. There's five bag steps. I'm on bag 5. I mean, there's 6 bag steps. I'm on like the 5th group of bags.
Okay. So, maybe it's in one of them.
It's not. No, it's definitely not.
It's definitely not the 5th one, of course, because you already got that one.
Yeah, no, it's not in the 6th. It's
In the
not.
6th?
Because the big plates are all in bags by themselves. And it should have just been in the first box, but it's not. So I thought they were all in the last box, but apparently they're not even all in the last box.
Oh no, each of the big plate bags are separated in between the boxes. It's really annoying.
That is so ridiculous.
It's more than ridiculous.
This deal is getting worse every time.
This isn't fair.
Like, what was the
The
point
thing
of
is,
that?
though, the ship is basically still kind of together, but... Alex, my gut told me just to destroy it and rebuild it.
Oh, yeah.
This deal keeps getting worse all the time.
You're gonna have to open up that other box, Jay.
I don't want to open up these boxes.
What do you want?
Hey, I could send you another $40. You might find it again.
I mean, I'm not against that
I can't
logic.
right now. I don't get paid till Friday, but...
Nah, you're good, dude.
I'm just kidding.
I'll use the force.
Works?
The force is definitely strong with you. Look at all these followers, fans, boyos. What the heck? No, you know what they left me? They left me the stickers.
Well, it's not in the second bag. It's not in the second box.
You like the full sticker sheet? That's not bad, actually.
But I think that's actually because of that was the butcher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wherever that one is too. But those parts are definitely all in here.
That's nice.
Diamond Guy says, I'm working on a tower for my Star Wars inspired. Hold on. Inspired sci-fi mock, and I'm trying to spice up the walls with some detail. Any techniques you recommend? Literally look at any of the mock showcases. I usually show off some interior-based build with an interesting wall technique. That's one of the things I kind of focus on there. So, yep.
Use those nut shooter things. Those are always really nice.
Oh yeah, the not the stud shooter, but the spring loaded. Yeah, you have a nice detail in them. And LS82, I'm always down for a money stream. It's never a bad day for a money stream. Ugh.
I should probably,
All right, here it is. It was in
Did you find
box 3.
there it is.
Dude. So every box is open now, which is very annoying to me because I did not want to have to do. It would just been so nice, like to finish one box and just be done and put it aside, and then open the next one and do that one. But nope, from the get go, open every box and dig through it and try to find what you might need for another box.
Fun days in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Hey, let's piss off this guy. I'm gonna put these in like every box. So we
Mix
have
and match these. I would wonder if there's like disgruntled, like, I guess a machine probably does it, but how often that mistake happens, where like in a set like this, like the bags get mixed around, like that would be so frustrating. Could you imagine?
Sorry about that.
Maybe they just got a loose screw somewhere. Well, it's Lego. They got a loose screw somewhere, all right.
Appreciate that, Stormy, the 501. I love the influx of 501 donations. I actually sent one. I went on to BFAB's stream the other day and I sent a 501 donation. I don't think he understood it, but he appreciated the donation.
Hey, Jay,
What's
question.
up? What's up?
Hey, so what do you think? What was with the Darth Vader's castle?
Like, where is it from?
Yeah, like what is it? Like,
So
I
it
don't
first
remember where
appeared.
it's
It first appeared in the Rogue One, obviously, and the actual set is based off of the video, like a virtual reality game that Disney did. So that's
Okay.
that's the experience. Oh my God,
from.
LS82.
No, jeez.
This dude is balling. Oh my
I know
God.
what it is. He's got that. He's got
Dude,
that
thank you
activity
so much. Oh my God. I have no excuse not to get a bunch of 501st Battle Packs now. This is a lot of pressure. Dude, thank
pay.
you
That
so
activity
much.
pay.
Pimp Soldier 82. I would actually love it if you changed your name to Pimp Soldier 82. Or even Lego Pimp 82. What is the closest Lego's got into a Pimp minifigure? Probably Joker from the Lego movie, or from the Lego Batman movie.
Oh yeah, his car.
Yeah.
What's the closest Star Wars gotten to it, though?
Oh my God, Lego Soldier 82, dude.
What?
Another $50 dono. Oh my God.
After you just sent one?
Yes.
Holy crap.
I'm telling you, it's that active duty pay.
I don't even know what to say.
Sorry.
I literally just don't know what to
Active
say.
duty pay's nice.
So I don't know if you guys remember Space Police, but it was this like limousine, like I forget what set it was, but that was like the closest to a Pimpmobile I've seen.
Yeah.
The closest what?
Like to like a Pimpmobile.
Huh.
Or Space
I don't think I've seen it. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I know what you're
Let me
talking
look it
about.
up real quick.
Bro, Lego Soldier 82. Thank you so much, dude. I want to look up this. Okay, what would I even look up to find it?
Yeah, I'm finding it right now. It's
Lego Agents Pimp.
or,
Pimp
no, it's
mobile.
like a Space Police limo.
Oh, Space Police limo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's literally like a pimp. So if you
Oh my! It actually is. Oh my God!
right there.
Jet.
It is literally like a. I can't. I mean, I don't know if Xavier can show it off. Hold on. Where is he? All right, Xavier, can you show it to the camera?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's this thing right here. So it's literally a Pimpmobile. You see that purple guy?
Show off the minifigs. Are they at the bottom?
Kind of
Yeah.
looks like a Cad Bane a little bit.
Like a Pimp Cad Bane. Shout out to Lego for giving us what we've asked for. A Pimp Battle Pack. Oh my God. I want to make a Lego Pimp army. You think that video would do well? Hey guys, Rich Boy J here is back again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you my Pimp minifig army.
Instant like for me.
Bro, you could live the Pimp life. You're too concerned about cheating on your ex-girlfriends.
Hey, you caught
I'm just saying, bro. The pimp life isn't for everyone.
No, it's not.
I would say that's more of a simp life than a pimp life.
There you go.
Everything is cool.
Empire Break Studio says, I need an army of Lego Soldier 82 minifigs for those dirty. I know, right? LS82 is going to get his own special room in Starkiller Base.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, this is the LS82 wing of Starkiller Base. Oh my god, dude. Thank you so much. Like, I literally cannot say it enough.
The LS82 that is
Instant respect.
LS82. When will Pimp Soldier 82 be promoted to mod? That's like that. So one of the actually I haven't gotten that question in a while. But one of the funnier things that happens is like when a person donates a lot, people are like, "Oh, you should make them a mod." And I'm just like, I don't think like, everyone doesn't necessarily want to be a mod. It's not even that. It's just like not everyone wants to be a mod. You know, like it's more of a responsibility. Exactly.
Coming from someone with that experience, I would suggest no. Yes and no. I'll just say it's not for everybody. Okay, I get paid to have people scream in my face all the time.
You work in customer service?
13-year-old boy to drop the F-bomb on me at home plate because I called him out at home plate. My bad, dude. Don't get angry at me.
I was gonna say, wow, do you work like in Xbox Live? But that.
No. Nope, instead I use one hobby to pay for another hobby.
I feel you. I use one hobby to pay for the same hobby. It's a pretty cool
I
deal.
need one more. That's it. Jay must have stolen.
I have it.
If you could find me a single square stud, that'd be great.
What color?
Dark blue.
Oh, that's a weird one. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I got one.
Oh, there you go.
You know how you
I
get
need
into
one more.
You do the whole Rise of Skywalker lightsaber thing with the stud behind your head.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell. So I'm literally, like, not trying to go to Walmart every day, but I'm kind of going to Walmart every day.
For Lego?
I'm like, ooh, yes, for Lego. I'm not buying anything. I'm just looking.
Oh my god.
But,
Dude,
like,
stay safe.
ooh, I'm like, oh, battle pack. Nope, not the one I want. Darn it.
Bro, here's what you do. Stay inside. And
Cheating on the 501st battle pack.
just order like just like go on like eBay or like BrickLink and have them sent to you.
I go to work every day, but it's like I'm bored on my lunch period, so it's like I'm gonna go to Walmart.
I feel like I used to like before, and I think Xavier can kind of attest to this. Before like working at a Lego store, I used to have that joy where you just kind of stumble into a random store and like go look at Lego sets and maybe pick something up. But like since working at the Lego store, there's no reason to buy anything that's not at the store.
It's cheaper
So
for you to get it there.
exactly. So like it takes away that joy of like casually stumbling upon stores and just buying whatever.
My favorite is when I find some good stuff on sale at Target.
Yeah, if there's like a 30% off sale at like Walmart, I'd be like, oh, I can get it cheaper at the Lego store.
Exactly.
No point buying stuff elsewhere. Besides like poly bags.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we used to have Target here, but it failed, I guess, in Canada. Now it's no longer here.
Oh wow.
Target failed in Canada?
Yeah, I don't know how, but it did. Like, especially where I live, we had one store in the mall, and then like no one could buy it. It last then every other Target is gone.
Wait, so don't you guys still have Toys R Us?
Yeah, we still have Toys R Us.
That is so funny. Like
I'm going to Canada.
like
I'm close.
Target couldn't make it, but Toys R Us could.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, remember that Toys R Us credit card I told you about? Yeah.
You need somewhere to actually get some use out of it.
I think it's
No, I'm just trying to pay that damn sucker off.
nobody needs it.
Alright, Jay, if you need anything, you let me know. I'm gonna go up to Canada.
Make that Toys R Us run.
Toys R Us.
Alright, bro. What's up, Pop Professor? Been a while. How you doing, man?
Is Jedi Bob close to Chicago?
You said Jedi Bob?
Yeah, is Jedi Bob close to Chicago?
I don't know if he. I don't know. Wait, so I can tell you he's not, but I don't know if I should say where he lives because I don't know how he feels about that.
I understand that. I was just curious if he was the one that was from the Chicago area.
Oh no. Oh, you're talking about like people we had on last time?
Yes. Well, recently, not last time.
I forgot who it was, but I remember what you're talking about.
Because then they would kind of know where the Lego store I want to go to is at. Not right now.
Yeah.
Is Lego not essential? I think it's essential.
Xavier, did you see that meme floating around of people like, I wish I was quarantined at the Lego store?
Yeah, I have.
And I'm just like, no.
No, not at all.
Or I've also seen like people be like, oh, I wish the Lego store was essential, and I'm just like, guys, please don't.
No, please don't do that to me. I mean, I work at a Starbucks as well.
Oh, okay.
So my class was in. We were closed too. So
Say what?
both my jobs are not essential, which is kind of great, and I still get paid. So.
There you go.
But I don't want the Lego store to be open because people are just, everyone walks in there. Everyone's got to buy like their crisis Lego.
Exactly.
It's crazy. And then someone has Corona and we all get it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want that. Okay, now I'm really screwed. I can't find this square stud. Maybe I just use a regular stud.
Stormy says he wants to work at Starbucks only for Spotify Premium. Do you get free Spotify Premium for working at Starbucks?
I do.
That is so random.
I know, it's really random. It's like the two things I'm pretty much addicted to, Lego and coffee. And then I work with both the companies.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's another life hack from Xavier Sorrent.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend taking 16 credit hours and doing both, but
Oof.
No, don't do that.
Jeez.
Been there.
no, I have no way.
Sarah wants to know who I'm subbed to. I mean, a lot of people. I don't know if it's public, but maybe you can check my channel and see who I'm subbed to.
Alright. That's good enough.
Here's a plug. I'm subbed to Forever Lego Studios. You can go check out his channel. He is actually almost done with his Camino MOC. The finale should be coming out like within a week or so. So you guys should absolutely check that out.
I've been doing that. That was good.
LWSA says, can you make a rule where if we donate $200, you'll sub to us? If so, you could make about 10. I literally wish it was that easy. I would sub to every person on YouTube if that were the case. But if someone out there wants to donate $200 but won't because I potentially wouldn't subscribe to them, I will absolutely do that if that's all it takes.
You'll have them subscribe for the wrong reasons.
I will sell my subscriptions for
Parts.
money.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that section. I already got them. They're good. I don't need them at the moment.
I actually kind of wanted a custom build of that Separatist shuttle for a potential Citadel MOC.
Ooh, yeah.
You talking about this one?
Yep.
I mean, I got 2 of them, I think.
I want like a mock of one though.
That's what I'm saying.
Tech Production
But
says
you said if I got another Kylo Ren ship, I would just make a mock of it.
you could do that.
Combine them.
Tech Productions says exactly. That's what you do. Tech Production says, does Forever Lego Studios pay for shoutouts? Everyone plugs them. No, not at all. I mean, he's just a really good guy, and he's trying to grow his channel. So, like, I have a decent audience, and I try to help him wherever I can because I think he deserves more exposure than he gets. That's literally all it is.
Is it Forever Productions?
Forever Lego Studios.
Oh, Forever Lego Studios.
Most Lego usernames is some combination of Lego, Bricks, Studios, and Productions. So I don't blame you.
Like Solid Brick Studios.
Solid Bricks Studios.
I remember like the first Lego studio that I subscribed to, I think, honestly, was Chris Productions.
Yep. Yep.
Honestly.
Chris Studios Productions. Solid Chris Studios.
Chris Production Studios.
Any word on him yet, Jay?
Fortunately, not. I've sent my my search squad to go find him, so we'll report any of our findings.
Still in my
Operation Bring Chris Back. You know, so there's like obviously a big campaign for the 501st Battle Pack. Can we get a bigger campaign started to bring Chris Productions back to YouTube?
What if I just went door to door throughout Alberta?
Yes. Does Chris Productions live here?
If you do that now, you'll probably get shot. Just letting you know that.
Bro, could you imagine?
Hand sanitizer, but you know.
Yeah, not in Canada. There's like no Pico way.
No, could you?
Hand sanitizer.
Could you imagine, like, putting up signs around, like, where he lives that say, like, missing Chris Productions on YouTube, and he just, like, casually stumbles upon it and just, like, what in the world? Like,
We missed you.
Oh, I'm really tempted to do that.
let's get you know what, so here, I wouldn't necessarily do that, but what we can do, if someone in the chat has time, make it, like a missing poster, or even like a milk carton, and on the back of it put like missing Clone Wars Lego Star Wars YouTuber, and like put a picture of Chris Productions, and let's see if we can get it like shared all over the place on Instagram.
You know the song Without You that thumbs up things?
Yes.
You should do like a parody of that with Chris Productions and you.
It's been a long without you. Man, I miss Chris Productions.
Sorry, I didn't want to make you guys all sour.
Yeah, it's just depressing in here now.
I'm sorry. That's just the first one that popped into my head. It's always been Chris Production.
I want to make a whole
I can't say
album.
that now.
I want to make an entire album of songs trying to get Chris to come back. It's just gonna be all. It's gonna be like all like love song parodies asking why he left the community and if he'll be willing to take us back.
All I want for Christmas is Chris.
All I want for Christmas is Chris. The song will be called "All I Want for KRISTMAN." All I want for Chris Productions must.
It's the giant temple.
Forever missing Chris EP drop in 2020. You know, can someone make like a video of like I forget what movie is it? Fast 5 or Fast 6? The one where at the end they have like their final race, Dom and Paul Walker's character, and
Oh yeah.
like Photoshop Chris Productions' face on Paul Walker and Photoshop like the Lego community on Vin Diesel's face, and then have them like split apart.
So somebody did that, but for beef fat, which is pretty funny.
That's pretty hilarious. I know Chris is just gonna love all these memes about him.
He's gonna know who they came from too.
Not necessarily. Everyone, don't tell him it was
No,
me.
you don't think so?
Don't tell him it was me, guys.
Definitely screwed.
How much more of the postcard do you have left there?
This is I'm almost done with the first box, so I want to finish. Well, I'll probably hang up the stream once I finish this last. Well, not this last section, but this section right here. It's basically a mirror of the first one I did. It's that back, bottom, right side body panel.
Oh, I see.
Josiah says we need to start a campaign to bring Garrett back too. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Snorri Brick said Chris left in search of all remaining steel foam battle packs.
Lando Calrissian helped him look for him.
Oh my god. Who's another lost Lego YouTuber?
I don't know. Night Shroud 99. He's not really lost. He still makes videos, just not really Lego ones.
Night Shroud 99 could be the Lando in this situation.
There we go. Yeah. Brickopotamus says probably one of the first videos I ever saw on YouTube was Chris. Oh my god.
No.
I'm telling you, Chris was pretty big back in the day.
Yeah.
That we're all just around the same age.
Yeah. I mean, Chris has been inactive for quite some time now, and I've been very active for quite some time now, and he still has more subscribers than me, so.
Oh my god. LWSA Productions. That is amazing. How about on the date that he stopped posting, we changed all our channel name for Chris to honor our fallen YouTuber.
Oh my god.
That's great.
That's huge.
Have any of you guys played Red Dead Redemption 2?
No.
I got it.
Yeah, it takes up too much storage though.
Consider I play like a couple games a year. It does take up a lot of storage. I was like playing Battlefront the other day. I need to do an update, so I like went through my stuff that I have on my PS4 to potentially get rid of some of it to make space. And Red Dead was like over 100 gigs. I was just like, oh my god. Worth it, but oh my god.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things, but I haven't played it.
It is I love that game so much. I'm like very seriously considering doing some sort of Red Dead MOC.
What would you build?
That would be pretty cool.
That's like I would kind of want to do like, so there's it's so hard because there's so much I'd want to do. It's kind of hard to pick.
Right.
One of the things I think I could do that wouldn't have to be like a big build or anything would be basically like my character with like, you know, his gang or whatever, and basically like a stagecoach expedition of them like going along some trail, like just to basically I'd want to build something to where like they'd have like all their supplies and materials on the stagecoaches, and then like if I wanted to, I could use those to set up their camp. But if I wanted to just like not have it all set up, I could just put all the materials back on the stagecoaches. I don't know.
Right.
A significant part of that game is you're like gang traveling to different areas like with stagecoaches, and I think it'd be fun to kind of replicate that.
Right. If you had like an old Western train as well, that'd be pretty cool.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like Lego doesn't make a ton of steam trains anymore, so
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could convert like the Disney train to it though.
that is true, yeah. I'd honestly probably just either find someone's train mock or just get one of the like Lone Ranger. I think the Lone Ranger train actually looks really good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I feel like I started working at the Lego store basically like right when that was kind of getting phased out. They were all on clearance because no one was super excited about it. But I wish I had gotten more of those sets because I'd love to have more Old West type things. The thing that's really like prevented me from really going forward with an Old West MOC is I've just never done it, so like I'm not super familiar. Yeah, exactly. I'm not super familiar with the techniques or parts I would need, but it's definitely something I'd like to do.
The Dark Lego Knight, the winner of like Master Builders in Australia, he's building a pretty cool Western MOC. I don't know if he ever finished that or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You could. Does he have like a social media where he's posting it? Or?
Yeah, he's got an Instagram page. Yeah.
If you could send that to me, I'd appreciate it. It's like a large scale Old West MOC.
I think he's working on it now.
Ooh, Brick Builder Watts says, check out Kev Fett. He has made some really cool Red Dead MOCs.
Oh, Kev Fett has some insane, like, they're all, and he's done actually a bunch of them. I follow him on Flickr, and they're all really good.
Yeah, it's not a huge mock, but it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, so in terms of large scale builds, I'd like to do at some point that aren't Star Wars is I want to build a Lego city. That's just a lifelong dream, a large scale Lego city.
Right there with you.
And I want to build a large scale like old western like Lego town. I think that would be incredible. And have the train going through the town. Just Red Dead was just very inspiring for MOCs. I think if there's one thing I could like use as leverage to get Garrett to like legit consider doing another build is a Red Dead MOC, because he was actually like really inspired by it as well.
Just anything but Star Wars for him.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not his life. Downtown Los Boyos. The Boyo Metro City. I was thinking about, because like Jang has like a name for a city, like it's like New Jang City. And I was thinking like if I made my Lego city, what would I name it? And I felt like it almost would have to be called Boyo City.
Yeah. A cyberpunk mock would be pretty cool.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Brickopotamus says, so serious talk, what do you honestly think your next mock will be? Will you follow through at the Jedi Temple? I can't just disclose that information. That's top secret.
But didn't you already hint heavily at one?
I gave a hint, but you just had to be there. It's not something I can repeat.
Is that like you're still considering doing that, or?
Yeah, absolutely. It will either be that or one other thing.
Okay.
I think I remember.
Here's that I'm pretty sure it's still good. I could be wrong.
I'll say this: it'll either be that or a Clone Wars mock. Maybe. I actually don't know for sure. That's what I'm leaning towards, though.
For the Jedi Temple, or no, like the one you hinted before?
Could be, could not be. I've already said way too much, honestly. Like,
you gotta focus on one mock at a time.
I know. I really do. Hey, what's up, Kevin Reddle? How you doing, bro? It's been a while since I've seen you.
I've been patiently waiting for an update on Starkiller.
I know. It'll be out this weekend for sure. That build just took forever. Like, I feel like it looks relatively small sitting up there, but it is massive and it took forever.
Oh my god.
I'd help you if I could.
What the heck? Oh my gosh.
What'd you say?
Oh, I thought that was the set. I didn't realize that was the big one.
No, it's the big one.
Oh my god, that does not look this big. That's so weird.
Yeah, like when it's up, like, cause you can like barely see the body and the wings are cut off, so like it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, no, that thing is massive.
Wow. Is the Zeta next to it bigger, or?
The Zeta is, so the wings on the Zeta are like half the size of the Kylo shuttle wings.
How much does it weigh?
That's a good question. I'm really not sure.
I think I'd be kind of scared to weigh that thing.
The body of the Zeta is obviously much bigger, but the Kylo shuttle wings are longer. I mean, my Zeta's in pretty rough condition up there, but I want to build cave gods. It's another cave god build I'd like to do. I'll see you, Lego Soldier 82. Take care, man. Thanks for everything.
You're awesome. Thank you again for your service.
I know, right? Appreciate it, bro.
Be careful over there, wherever you are. Okay. Why can't I find this? Get so close. Almost one page done, figuring all these pieces out.
That honestly, like, that does not sound like fun, having to build a set from a box of just random parts.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I like a challenge. I'll have it built by this weekend.
Fair enough.
You gonna stream again later in the week?
Oh yeah, I'll do probably a Saturday stream like I did last time.
Awesome. Sweet, might have a pal over. He'll like that. He definitely needs some Lego comfort right now.
Did he have a bad breakup?
He just got out of a bad relationship.
Wow, spot on! I knew it.
4-year relationship.
Man, that sucks.
I don't know what to tell him right now. I've been his mentor his entire life.
I see.
So.
Dude, I'd be losing my mind on Lego right now. Oh my gosh.
You what?
I would be like so bored if I didn't have Lego.
I know, right? Could you imagine?
Literally though. All I have is schoolwork and then Lego is my other thing, right?
Right.
My professor is so lazy. They don't like post anything. Only 2 of them have online classes, and that's about it.
Oh well. I'm very close to being done with schoolwork, so I'm very happy about that. Keep working on the MOC I'm excited about.
There you go. I was going to mention, so speaking of building like a mock, a set from just like a box of parts, when I was younger, I see. Okay. So when I was younger, one of the first Star Wars sets I got was the 4504 Millennium Falcon. It was like the big gift I got for Christmas one year, and I wasn't even a Star Wars fan at the time. I just thought that set looked cool. So I asked for it and I got it, and I built it. And I know a little bit about Star Wars. Like I'd only seen basically the prequels, or not even. Like I'd seen Episode 1 because I think I hadn't seen Episode 2 and Episode 3 wasn't out yet. And I remember looking at like the figures and being like, "Who the heck is Han Solo? It doesn't look like a Star Wars character."
You didn't see the trilogy first?
Nope. I didn't see the original trilogy until probably right before Episode 3. But like I built the set. And then I ended up putting it like in my box of just random Lego because I guess I didn't want to keep it built. But like years later, once I really got into Star Wars, I was like, "Oh crap! I have the old Millennium Falcon set," because there wasn't like that scale Falcon out for a pretty big gap between that one and the next one, which was almost like 6 years. So I wanted to have a Falcon set, so I like went back through my box of Lego pieces and I rebuilt that. And it was just the worst experience, like, trying to find all these pieces in just a giant pile of parts.
Oh, dude, that's how I got back into Lego. So I had, like, bins and stuff from my childhood.
Right.
And then I just was, like, going back and then building all of them and stuff throughout the summer. It was actually really, like, great because it gave me something to do.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and
Very time-consuming.
I don't know, it's enjoyable to me, though. Just, like, it's almost like a puzzle. Like, you're kind of, like, hunting for pieces and stuff. It's fun, yeah.
I feel like
feelings about that.
I was gonna say I feel like I build so much that when it's kind of inconvenient like that, it feels like extra work.
Well, yeah, because like for me, this was like last year I was really getting back into it, so I wasn't building anything obviously. So this was just like my way of being into it, right?
Right.
It worked. Looked like it.
I would hate it. Oh man.
It must have worked.
Jay, do you build your employee Christmas gifts?
Nope. I haven't built a single one.
Yeah, I got mine.
You guys
right here.
build employee gifts?
This thing's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I was very happy to get that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Last year's was kind of bad though. I wasn't a huge fan of that.
It was that the Nutcracker or was that the year before?
It was this one right here. It was like the Santa.
Oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot about that. I thought it was kind of cool.
Just open it up and take the parts.
I was gonna say, do you have all your employee gifts like right there next to you?
Yeah, I do.
What was the first one you got?
I have the Nutcracker. I started a few years ago.
So I was mad. Like the year before I started was the Kurt Christensen house.
Oh.
So I just barely missed out on that one.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that's a really good set.
Man, you got some really great sets in the background there. Oh my gosh. You got things brownie up there. There's state building too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Xavier Sword's been holding out on us.
Yeah, I got some more over here too.
Oh, Jimmy Dog. Oh man.
Shut up the collection a little bit.
Oh, were you gone when he did the tour?
Yeah.
Mine's all out in the garage. Can stay there for a minute.
Mine's separated into 2 rooms.
Mine's still in boxes from when I moved from my apartment to my grandma's house before I left for the army.
Oh.
Yeah. And I got home sooner than I thought, so now I'm trying to figure some things out. Fact of life, guys. It's okay. Ain't worried about it.
Yeah, at least you're here to figure it out, right?
Exactly.
I am. I wasn't even gone very long. I was engaged before I left. Returned and started working for a bank. My fiance told me when I got back, she's like, "You're depressed. You need to go talk to somebody." So that's what I did, and guess what? I realized I'm just gonna love myself. I'm gonna do something that makes me happy.
There you go.
Got my Legos back out, and now I'm happy. Look at that.
Oh, man.
It's the power of Lego.
Dude, Lego's so great for that. Oh my god.
The
It's
power
very
of
therapeutic.
Lego.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Never mock, I guess it's great.
Oh, dude, this thing is so much stronger than the O2 Star Destroyer, like, by far.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm gonna do on Saturday. Like, here you go, bro. Here's something that'll make you happy. I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Drops the ship.
Oh man.
I wouldn't. I mean, I hope. Actually, I'm just gonna put it down so I don't.
Yeah, don't drop that.
How embarrassing.
It's a terrible feeling when you drop something you build.
Yeah!
Experience
Absolutely.
that firsthand.
You guys can't see here. I'll move this real quick. My Mandalorian ship up there, I was kind of concerned about, like, putting it on that stand. It's been working out pretty well. It hasn't fallen, but it makes me a little anxious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Razor Crest up there.
That looks so great.
I like that minifigure wall. Can't stop looking at that.
Oh, yeah. I love that thing. I haven't, like, focused on it in a while since I had to buy all the parts for that Kylo shuttle. But I need to, do that. Put out another minifig update.
You gonna have all the parts already? I mean, Jay, you got like every part known to man. Come on.
I had a lot of the parts. There were just some. There was a lot of, like, you know what it was? There were a lot of these plaques in it, and I had like one extra one, so I had to buy a few.
What did Trevor say? You can get 12 plaques.
12 plaques for $40. It's the deal of a lifetime.
Can we get a brick now, like the plaque, and the brain is
You said, can we get a what?
just a brick now with like you with the plaque.
Yes.
The plaque is just like a flat base part, right?
It's an 8x16 tile. Yeah. Pop Professor says, what Kylo shuttle is that? That is by Cave God. He sells the instructions to it. I actually don't necessarily know where, but I can find that out. I'll find that out for the review video. That's kind of important.
How many pieces are in it?
I think like around 5,000 or 6,000.
Jeez.
Well, I know what I'm doing with my relief bill. Relief check.
There you go. Have you built anyone? Have you built like any MOCs before? Not necessarily your own, but like someone else's build.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna build one of Derek's TIE fighters, but
There you go.
haven't found the time. But now I do, so I was thinking about doing that. I want to do your Razor Crest though, because that's pretty sweet.
Second that.
Appreciate that. It's a really nice. I really love the stand I built for it. Like having it angled like that, I think it looks really nice.
And then
I
the
wanna do
cockpit
it.
design just looks so clean.
It's a big build.
I'm thinking about doing one of the ATR builds on Brickfall, and those look really nice.
You said the ATRT or the AT?
No, ATRT, just like the little ones, because I don't know, they look really nice.
Yeah, I mean you probably have most of the parts like
Yeah.
from that in your own collection. I I need some decent ETRTs. I have literally none that are correctly scaled, so I should probably look into building some.
Which if you want to do on water, which everybody's going to be doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's an underrated MOC right here. N-Thirds Ewing.
It's just odd shaped.
The Ewing?
Yeah. I just feel like the wings are really, really long.
The wings are really long. This is probably one of my favorite, like, new canon designs. Either this or Kylo Ren's shuttle.
Or the Resistance Bomber. That's also
The Resistance Bomber, yeah, that's probably actually my top one. I have the set right here. I keep this thing handy.
Yeah, I really want to do Jarek's TIE Fighter from BrickLink.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
actually ordering the instructions right now.
There you go. Look at you.
Yeah, might as well. I got all this time.
Are you going to do an original trilogy one, or which one you want to do?
I want to do the original trilogy one.
I would say, if you wanted like one to supplement it, his TIE Advance, Vader's TIE, is also really good. I mean, all his TIEs are great, but the Vader's TIE and the original trilogy, like the standard one, are my recommendations.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this Ewing is just incredible.
I'm not gonna knock it until I try it.
It's so cool.
It is. I like the engines.
Engines are sweet.
Right now on my wish list on Amazon is the Attentive 5.
One cool thing about this is like there's like sliding doors for the bottom, so you can access where the crew sits, and there's actually a ladder that goes. That wasn't supposed to come off. There's a ladder that goes basically from this bottom area up to like the seats where they sit. So, Brick Builder Watts, I actually agree. I like the color scheme of the First Order ties more than the original trilogy ones as well.
I might do that First Order tie then, just for the color scheme. That does look pretty sick.
The special, so I will say the standard one is much cheaper than the Special Forces one. It's like $20 cheaper. Because they sell the designs to both of them. LWSA says, when's the next episode for the fig wall? Honestly, not sure. I haven't bought any figs for it. It'll probably be like a couple weeks, honestly. I just haven't been buying... Oh, don't recommend any... Oh, yeah. So this is the thing you also should consider. And it's actually funny, Trevor, that you bring that up, because I was talking to Hunter about this last night. But basically, the top hatch on the TIE Fighter has gone up significantly in price because of the amount of people building original trilogy Jarek TIE Fighters. Basically, so they look different in varying sets, but this piece, I think, I don't know which specific one the TIE Fighter uses that Jarek's design. It might use the one from the Rebel set. Either way, these things are super expensive because so many people try to build those TIE Fighters, and these haven't been in a ton of sets. So like it's like a $30 piece now on BrickLink. Like it's cheaper to just buy the set, or like find like even the Vader's TIE Advance by itself on eBay. So that's something to consider before you build an original trilogy TIE. This top hatch, dumb expensive.
I have the Inquisitor's tie, so I could just use that from that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there you go. I was saying, unless you already have one, because that's what I did. I built his Vader's tie. I have it right here.
Yeah, I might do the sequel trilogy one now.
And I have the one that came in the Vader's tie and A-Wing combo set, which is weird. Like, it's been a while since they've done like a combo ship set, and that was just kind of like a weird set that they decided to do, because it had been a while up to that point, and then since then they still haven't done it again. So yeah, these top hatches are super expensive, but if you already have it, then not an issue if you end up deciding to do an original trilogy version. First Order one does look better though. I'll say that. And you got me pulling out all my toys now, guys. I will say, great set. The TIE Striker set. That whole Rogue One wave was really good. But I really did like this TIE Striker. It was great price. The wings are huge. And it just looks awesome.
I don't have any of those Rogue One sets.
Not even the hover tank?
I don't think I have any of the Rogue One sets.
When was everyone Dark Age years for LEGO?
My Dark Age years were basically 08, like when the Clone Wars started, until 2013.
Okay.
Yikes, that's long.
It is. It's basically like, basically high school.
That's not that long. Mine was from 2011 or 2012, I think. 2012 to 2019.
Wow, so that's like very
That's just as
recent.
long. Yikes. Shoot, no. I played it all through high school. Even if I was working full time, I was working way too many hours for high school. I played a little bit in college. I want to say probably 2015 to now. I mean,
Wow.
that's not too bad.
That's not bad, yeah.
Trevor, that is ridiculous. Oh, Trevor, I meant to text you this, but this is a funny thing you can do. Go on BrickLink and look at the difference between the cheapest yellow inverted 1x3 arch and the most expensive yellow 1x3 arch.
Robert Fester says, not as long as 1995 to 2017. Dang.
Wow.
To be fair, LEGO Star Wars didn't start until
Almost all my
1999. But that's most of my life.
That's most of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Life gets in the way. But it's a hobby that you can put away, let it collect dust for a little bit, and get it back out. Make sure you get that dust off of it.
Gotta get the dust off.
My dust's not too bad. It's just been sitting in the garage for a little bit. Probably for the last 8 months.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could be back into it 3 times.
I got them all put away in totes, so they're really not too bad. And they're all in Ziploc bags.
There you go.
So the moisture's not getting to it, so that's good. Cross my fingers.
All my childhood sets are in trash bags behind me on the bottom shelf on this thing. And I've poached.
Come on, what you got?
I've poached. I mean, it's not even worth pulling out. Like they're all in shambles. But
Okay.
like I've poached so many parts from those bags. Like it's not even worth rebuilding any of those sets at this point.
Yikes.
Which is fine. Like most of them, I've gotten updates to. The only ones that like were kind of weird that they haven't remade. Like I had the Rogue Shadow, which I mean I don't really care to have built, even though it looks kind of cool. I just don't care about that ship. The one I would actually like to have built is the Republic Cruiser,
Right.
the big
I want
red
that
one.
bad.
That was a good set. I really liked that set back in the day. And I had 2 of the 7662 MTTs. So I would like part of me wants to rebuild them, but like I kind of just wanted like a nice mock of it. So I don't know.
That 2007 MPT is a classic. I wouldn't have that.
Oh yeah.
I have the freaking like 1999 one.
Oh no. That set's not horrible, but it's definitely not the newer.
I rebuilt it and I was like, no, this looks terrible. So I just.
I actually like really wanted that set when I was younger because that was the one that was in LEGO Star Wars.
Oh right, yeah.
So I was like, I really wanted that set. Shout out to Monica H for subscribing.
I'll probably re-listen or / watch this tomorrow at work.
It's been a good time.
Well, it's just like I had to go back through it and really listen and like read through the comments of what everyone said, and
Right.
I don't know. It's really good to get that texture from the conversation.
For sure.
It's like right now I can't look at the chat at all. I'm like, oh crap.
It's alright. At least you're being productive.
What'd you say, Jay?
I said at least you're being productive.
Alright.
This is my laptop. It's almost dead. I'm charging it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching it on my phone tomorrow while it's charging.
So that being said, probably gonna go ahead and end the stream here, guys. It was a great time all around. Thank you to my guests. You guys were awesome as always.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's great.
Glad to be here.
I really appreciate that.
Since I found this damn piece.
Oh
You want
yes.
a cannon or a bowling pin?
Yeah. I got a. I think I have a mock showcase coming tomorrow that I'll be streaming again on Saturday. So you guys want to stay tuned for that. And there will actually be a Star Killer base update this weekend. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yes.
So take care, boyos, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks to everyone who contributed as well.
Have a good one. Yeah. See ya.
Force